almost got into a fight with you from Jefferson. Like a group of kids from there.
Bro.
I know.
Were they black?
Yeah. That doesn't mean that's not the only reason I wanted to fight them.
No, I know.
No, but they definitely were. I mean, I feel like majority of Jefferson kids were black, right? Like
yeah, it's just the area.
Madison seemed more black than it was. The school that I went to.
It seemed more black, and what? what it seemed more black? Like it wasn't as black as it
I feel
seems?
like the people. Yes, like the people that went there maybe like it's racist as fuck, I guess. Bro, all right. I just want to start by saying thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank
I
you
think
for
it's been a long time coming, almost like too long.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, I just we've always been peeping each other on socials,
Yeah.
kind of like. I mean, obviously, like we have never really like hung out. We've never really
maybe a little bit more distance. I just don't want you to come in too hot. I guess.
Yeah.
Like you know. Yeah. You're like, that's probably good right there.
All right.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I just want to make sure it's good before we get too deep. You know,
Mm-hmm.
before we get too into it. Yeah, we've been on socials for a while. We've been supporting each other.
Yeah.
From behind the scenes, behind the curtain. And now we're finally making something happen.
Yeah, I feel like that like kind of that connection that we do have is kind of just been built on like respecting each other's like creative aspirations, and
it's
seeing the effort that's being put into it.
For sure, because there's not very many people that are doing that or kind of pursuing the things that they're interested in,
Mm-hmm.
And I think more people should, but it's just like not very many people put themselves out there into that vulnerable place to be judged by what your art looks like, I guess.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's kind of a stressful thing. I think that's one of the things I wanted to ask you, because you're in the trades.
Yes.
You're an electrician. You're an electrician, right?
Yeah.
First off, like, how did you get into that?
So I got into that because. Sorry.
You're good.
Oh, the fuel.
We're consuming carbonated beverages and stuff like that. Like, take your time.
But kind of just growing up, my great uncle, who's technically not even like an uncle, but he was an electrician. It's my grandfather's cousin, but they were super close, like brothers. So kind of just somebody that like I would call like a great uncle. But back to what I was saying is just growing up, we would go over to his house for like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, me and my family, love my family, love the sacrifices they made to get me to where I am today. But we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and real tiny house, and, just a bunch of other stuff.
Right.
But we go over to his house for Christmas, and it's just this giant freaking like mansion of a house. Not like, I mean, I guess you could call it like a mansion, at least compared to anything I had ever seen.
No, I get that.
Growing up in a super tiny like 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom, like maybe like 900 square foot house, and
anything with like 4 or more bedrooms, to me, I'm like, this is this is crazy, right? I'm like, this is nice. This is a good. You guys are well off. I guess middle class at least.
I mean, this house, it's the craziest house definitely I'd ever seen, and I just I remember asking like my dad, like, like, what does he do? Like, how does he have so much money? And he's an electrician, and it's something that he had got into in the 60s, I believe, and he retired in 2013. But I mean, still he's still doing stuff, and so that's been somebody I've been able to kind of look to as a mentor, because obviously he's done it, and he like helped guide me and just really mentored me when I was trying to get in, because it is a really competitive process to get in, especially to a union, like a really good union.
Yeah.
So just being able to have him as a mentor, and you know, I was talking to you a little bit earlier about my grandfather, and he was always like in my ear telling me, you know, like, you could do this, and always like supporting me. You're smart, you can do this, like, and so yeah, that's kind of something I always told myself like I would do. Like I mean, I didn't grow up saying it was my dream to be an electrician, but it was kind of more so of like, yeah, I could do this. I'll do that. I'll do that. It pays the bill. It's a great career, great benefits.
Yeah. You learn stuff too. It's like
you're getting paid to learn. And it's a skill that nobody can ever take away from you, and the world will always need practical electricians.
Exactly. Those are good arguments. My dad always, anytime I talk to him about career paths or like what I'm gonna do, because you know he's, anytime we do talk, it's very like. It's deep like that, you know. It's like, all right, what are you gonna do with your life? And I'll tell him all these cool ideas that I have, and he's like, all right, look, that's awesome, but like, these are practical skills like that I want to encourage you to learn, like, that would benefit you and the people around you, which I don't disagree with at all. It's hard because it's like there are so many things that I want to experience, or to at least give my best to try to experience, that I don't want to rob myself of that if I put my all into this.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like if I dive into something that I know will do good, we'll do good, or I could kind of dance along like this risk to do something crazy, like some awesome stuff that like no one has, you know, not a lot of people that can say that they've done, I guess. Yeah.
I feel like for me too, what's like really like reassuring about just this trade for me is like I can like obviously I want to pursue a music career, and that's something that, you know, I'm gonna be putting a lot of time, a lot of money into, and hopefully I can make it a career at least for a little while, but all I got to do is keep my license renewed, and I can always come back.
It's true. Yeah.
My fiance's mom, she is also an electrician.
Really?
And she's been one ever since Jocelyn was born, actually.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she started.
That's always pretty admirable if you see like a female in a male-dominated field, you know? Yeah. Because
and she's a single mom, and that's another thing that really directed me to the trade, was just being able to see the life she was able to provide on her own for her daughter, and the places she's been able to take her, and just have the things that she has. Like it's really inspiring, especially for just a young person like me who really was just looking for direction. And she was also like another huge. She's also still to this day just a really huge mentor for me and being an electrician. And whenever I have questions about anything, I know I could always go to her, and she'll direct me in the best way that she can.
That's good. That's good. That's interesting that, like I said, that she's, you know, someone in a male-dominated field. Do you think like with what you're doing, like, do you think it's harder for, I guess, what am I trying to ask, like for men to like that are in trades, kind of expressing their creative side?
Oh, for sure. There's just a big sense of just like you need to be just so masculine, and you need to be so this, you need to be so that. And you know, surprisingly, like I have ran into a couple of electricians that I've had some pretty good conversations with just about like music, and I've even had an electrician who also like makes their own music, and I didn't get a chance to listen to any of it or anything, but like just being able to hear that from somebody doing what I'm doing, because I know that like I'm not the most like masculine like man, like I'm not your just like stereotypical blue collar worker, but at the same time, like it's not about how masculine or how big and strong you are. It's just about, are you able to learn? Are you able to take in information? Are you able to learn from your mistakes and just have a good attitude? I feel like attitude is just the most important thing when it comes to that, because if you have a bad attitude on a job site and in your crew, like it'll just bring everybody else down.
Oh, and for sure.
One person can make or break your experience where you're working. Like, you could be working in the shittiest like location. Like I was working in
almost any job in industry. It's like
yeah, I was working in a paper mill, and if you know anything about and last month I was there for about a month, and I'm sure I know I'll be back at some point, but just like if you know anything about paper mills, there's just nastiness everywhere.
I don't know anything about paper mills.
It's like there's like sewage being like all just a bunch of just gross sludge. That's and crazy. A bunch of like toxic, really harmful carcinogens.
And you're doing electrician stuff. You're like,
yeah,
okay, I see.
But it wasn't so bad. I mean,
right.
I was just able to bond with my journeyman, and a journeyman is just it's what you become after you're done with your apprenticeship. And I was able to really just kind of bond with my journeyman over how shitty it was. But like we weren't sitting there like moping around like, man, like this is so shitty. We were like, hey, this is shitty, but we're getting paid pretty well. We're getting pretty good benefits doing what we're doing, and we know it's not going to last forever. So that's kind of just the way you got to carry yourself, because you have that shitty attitude, and you're just like moping around, and it's just going to bring everybody else down. And it's like we all don't want to be here. But we got a job to do, and we're getting paid pretty well.
It's hard work too.
Yeah,
it's definitely. Like the physical work, the blue collar field is not easy, and that's where you find the more masculine, like I guess by definition is more masculine, but like because like creativity doesn't fall under that like definition of masculinity, but I think it can come from a masculine man. You know what I mean? Like you can be masculine, and like my dad, he taught me how to like basically draw and all the sorts of stuff. Yeah, painting was something I kind of picked up after I learned all that, and it wasn't even like intentionally like, oh, I want to go this direction. It just kind of like fell in front of me, and I was like, all right, I guess this is one of my paths. But my dad's like, he's a pretty masculine guy. He's a truck driver. So like he's one of those guys that are like he you can imagine he's got a beard. He always wears like some kind of trucker hat. Like he's surprisingly not fat. Like
that's good.
I know he's a hooper. He can get down
basketball.
With it. I know
change your life.
It will. I know it does. Seriously. But so he's a good example for me to look at and be like, okay, so you can be a masculine guy, like almost as masculine as you can get, and still like be able to. It's good to be in tune with expression and like how to communicate your like. It sounds like corny, but like communicate your feelings into some kind of art. You know what I mean?
That's something I feel really strongly about, and it's something I talk about all the time. And I feel like really one of the most masculine things you can do is be in touch with your emotions, be in touch with your vulnerable side, because that shows you're not scared to talk about your feelings. And I feel like what really helped me was growing up and having a strong relationship with my mom, and I have 4 sisters. I have no brothers, and I feel like just being around girls, women, really just kind of opened up my eyes to like emotions and how to talk with them, how to talk about them, and how to deal with them. And it's something I'm super proud of within myself, because so many people will just bottle it all up.
That's where I think like the art can come from too, because I was mainly raised by my mom, so it's like, and as a single child up until like I was 8, and then my brother was born, and then I mean he's just a baby. It's not like I'm gonna like I don't know, just recently is where now we're able to get like a little bit more physical with each other, and like playful in that like boys fighting sense, I guess. But I mean still it's like it's a pretty big age difference, like 8 years, so it was mainly like around my mom, and then like I feel like my grandma was pretty she was more dominant with the relationship with me than my grandpa was, or even like any other grandparents I had, like even on my dad's side. Like I would be more with my grandma on his side than I would with my grandpa. And I think just I can agree with you, being around like that feminine energy, kind of brings that out a little bit, but it doesn't like being masculine. Obviously you want to, because you have masculine people in your life, or even figures you'd look up to, like, sure you see it superheroes in movies. You're like, oh, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
That's a man right there.
That's badass.
Yeah, it's cool. I think we need like more people like that, especially today, because I think that people can fall short of it at times. Let me like try to figure out what I'm trying to say by that. Like, I think a lot of like the culture, like maybe in Hollywood, is like kind of pulling back on that a little bit. That like that manly, this is the superhero, guy.
Yeah.
I think we should put like, Rambo. He's a cool like masculine figure to look up to. Like, oh, I want to be strong like Rambo. And he's brave and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like be able to be like artistic in that sense. Like, I mean, who is the actor behind Rambo? Like he's expressing himself by being an actor. Like understanding that.
I've never seen Rambo, by the way.
Well, you could just imagine. He's like, you know who he is, though, right? Like he's like super.
I mean, I've
seen it once when I was little.
Rambo.
He's like, okay, let me think of another example. Maybe like, I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of like Wolverine or something. Like, someone who's like that guy. But Hugh Jackman is an actor, right? And he is portraying that, yes, but he's also being extremely creative by expressing who that is through like. By acting, and that's a, it can, like, I think expression has kind of been taken out of the definition of masculinity and put into femininity a little bit, but like, and I think that those two are very different. Like I think people are confusing femininity with masculinity too. Like girls will kind of identify strength with masculinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When that's by definition, it is masculinity, but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's okay that is that way.
Yeah.
Like they have their own separate definitions for a reason. I think we should be encouraged to embrace those things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are trying to mix them and match them to their liking, and it can it might hurt society a little bit. You know what I mean? I think that's just kind of
it just gets confusing.
It can get a little confusing. And I don't know. I'm also the type of guy that's like, men should pay it with, like, if it's a first date, like, okay, I'd probably pay. That's just me.
That's tradition,
and that's how I'm probably gonna raise my kids. Like, hold the door open for a girl walking in, or even a guy. Like, just hold the door open. Like, just be
a good person.
Like, be a good person. Yeah, exactly. But let's say I was raising like a daughter, I probably wouldn't say. I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, hold the door open for that man over there. Yeah. Like, there's a couple different avenues I'd take.
Yeah.
I guess prioritize.
I feel like a lot of that kind of comes down to like the equality kind of thing. And it's like, sure. I'm all for equality, but at the same time, there are just kind of certain differences in just.
But that's the greatest part. Yeah. Like, there's a reason we have a sun and a moon. There's a North Pole and a South Pole. Yep. Like, they're both different, but like kind of need those. It's the yin and the yang,
Exactly.
I'm all for equality either, but we also, to get to equality, whatever that looks like, because they're very like, you're trying to make two very different things look the same. Basically, they're equal. They are very equal in importance, right? They're very equally important, but they're not the same. Right. And that's what we need to get better at, I think, kind of embracing, Yeah. And people might disagree with that. That's kind of a controversial thing to say, I feel like.
No, for sure.
You have a daughter, though, so I think you have a better perspective on it than I might, because I'm like, I'm going to raise my kid like this probably, So do you see that more with your daughter, I guess?
I kind of feel like... Yeah, like there definitely are some certain there's a lot of just differences in how I would go about raising my daughter versus how I'd go about raising my son. And I feel like,
sorry, there was a lot that I just we can go through.
I'm digesting a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'm like, wow, like, why did I go there? Why did I say that?
But no, it definitely just it just comes down to a man and a woman are two different things. They're two different things, and it's like I like when my daughter was a newborn, like I couldn't feed her
Right.
out of my boobs at the ass crack of dawn. Yeah. But I mean, you know, I would also like try to be awake and there and at least be that support for Jocelyn and
right.
But yeah, it's just certain things that each can do and each can't do, you know. And it just I'm trying to be very selective with my words because it is just such a gray area, and
because it is a very controversial topic.
Yeah,
I apologize for breaking it up. I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever been as controversial as that on this podcast. Actually, do you think, like, we'll go back to the trade? Do you think creativity is kind of like everyone kind of has it in? It's like kind of like an electrician in a way. Like everyone has that breaker, but not everyone flips the switch. You know what I mean? Like everyone kind of has that everyone has creativity in them, but not everyone kind of is able maybe or knows how to tap into it. Because I think everyone is able to paint, right? You might disagree with that, but like I genuinely think if you, well, actually you might not, because I think you're the type of person who, like, I mean, you were even saying earlier, like, you think if you put your mind to something, you're able to do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
and obviously that doesn't mean I could just instantly freaking just hop into anything. It takes time, it takes dedication, but
sure.
It all boils down to the mindset of like how badly do you want to paint? How badly do I want to make good music? You know, it all comes to just that mindset. And I feel like in the trade with creativity, it kind of just, they kind of make it feel like there's just no room to be creative. For specific, it's definitely like just kind of like situational when it comes to that.
Does that make you feel like you're kind of playing two different, like a split personality almost sometimes? Like you're the electrician here and the artist here, or does that make you feel like?
So, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I got laid off in January.
From
the contractor I was working for. When you get laid off as an apprentice, you just get put on the out of work list, and when jobs open up,
I see. Okay.
Whoever was laid off the longest gets it's just a list.
I see.
But anyways, so I got laid off in January.
Yeah.
And one of the things my boss had said to me was...
Wait, sorry, I turned up the sensitivity kind of high. Sorry.
Oh.
Maybe they just like a little bit. Yeah, no, you're good.
Right here?
Yeah, that's
all right.
Beautiful. That's beautiful. I just didn't want you to come in too hot. You know what I mean? Like I turned up the sensitivity now because sometimes people go like this and they talk like this. You know?
Yeah.
I was just looking out for you.
Yeah, I'm a big projector with my voice too.
I'm like, hey, yeah, you're talking loud. I'm like, all right, hold on.
But
my bad.
No, you're good. But yeah, I got laid off in January, and one of the things my boss had told me, it was a really small electrical shop. There was like 5 journeymen, which is really, really tiny. And then there was one other apprentice. And anyways, I got laid off, and one of the things he told me was, yeah, I've been talking to the guys, and they've been saying you've been going around saying you want to go be in a band and you don't want to be an electrician. It's like, it's never what I said. I'm very open about like wanting to pursue a music career. Yeah, I said I don't want to be an electrician forever. And I think that just kind of had rubbed them the wrong way.
That's why you got laid off?
That's not the it was because I had called out without sick time, and when my daughter was sick, and they just it was really small resi shop. So I like they do lose quite a bit of money, like if that happens, because they have everything like all planned out and for jobs and whatnot. So it was just kind of like, okay, like whatever. I get it, but I just don't understand why he felt the need to like
go out of his way and address something like that. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, what does that mean to you? You know,
right,
like, who cares? Like, okay, yeah, it's either gonna happen, or, you know, like that's my life. You know,
exactly.
You're not my dad. Like,
right. And so that kind of like made me kind of feel like maybe I shouldn't be talking so much about like my music career and whatnot. But then in August, when I started with my current contractor, I showed some of them my music, and they like really liked it, and they're like, dude, like when are you gonna make more?
Dude,
like,
seriously, no, when are you gonna drop more? Like, because you have one song out right now, right?
One song, yeah. There's a lot in the works and just in
I think I understand
the files.
That.
Like, I just have a lot, and we were talking about it earlier about how no painting is ever done.
Really done. Yeah,
no
like
song
what does that
is
mean?
ever finished. So I just kind of gotta learn to find that balance and kind of push through that perfectionism and realize maybe it's not gonna be perfect, but what is perfect? And it kind of turns into like this self-sabotage kind of thing.
It really is.
Where you have this perfectionism, which also is procrastination at the same time, because it kind of just puts a block on you, and you're like,
because it doesn't really.
I do this? It's just
they don't really go together. Those personality traits, the perfectionist and the artist, don't really mesh well unless it's done right. Obviously, like you really got to find that silver lining. You know, it's like, it can take you, like, it could benefit you really well if you're a perfectionist and an artist. You know, you're like, I need to make this as best as it can be.
Yeah.
Very good. But like sometimes things won't ever come out. Like there's plenty of paintings that I've like, nope, this is not ever gonna, like, I'm restarting, or I'm doing something different because this is not gonna work. But maybe to other people that would have been like, wow, like this is great. Why didn't you come out with this? So it can like a self-sabotage thing, but it can help you too. It's a good thing to have. I think. Do you think that being in a like a blue collar field as a creative, like, discipline kind of breeds that backbone that you need, like the discipline behind making things that are creative? Because there are times that, like, I don't want to paint, but I know that I've done blue collar work. I've done like construction and stuff like that. Like, but so I kind of know that the discipline, you need discipline for certain things. And I think that kind of can work hand in hand. It might seem like opposite, like blue collar job is like nothing like an artist, but that might be something to help you with a backbone into creating, you know what I mean? Kind of creates you into a different breed of an artist a little bit.
I feel like with what I do, and you know, I've started to experience this more and more as I'm getting more experience, and they're letting me do a lot more on my own. And you really, I mean, creativity, I guess, really is prominent in the field, because, like, for example, like this week I've just been like hanging lights and running wire for them at Evergreen High School, and nobody's telling me like what path to take for this wire, but there's a bunch of stuff in the way always, like,
that's like a puzzle.
That's like what construction is. Every trade has what they do, and for us, like running wire, we got to go around like a bunch of like big old ducts or plumbing in the ceiling, or just whatever else is up there. There's always stuff that you kind of have to figure out a way around. So I feel like with what I've been doing, it kind of just it challenges your mind a little bit, like a puzzle. And
for sure,
you have to figure out and get you do have to get creative a lot of the time.
For sure. I think, like, I guess another aspect to it, like, I think a lot of people glamorize being an artist, but it really takes discipline to be one. And I think having a job where you need to show up consistently on like a difficult level, like, being an electrician is not easy, like, but neither is being an artist. But I think being, you know, in that field could help you, like, have that backbone a little bit into like being like an artist in that way. Like, it kind of You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's kind of, I'm trying to articulate it well. But
I feel like I understand kind of completely, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but like, it's definitely like made me a better artist because having to show up consistently, having to work hard and you know, drive far, and then maybe, hey, it's the end of the day, but they need me to go over here, and it's it gets challenging, and I feel like that made me more just consistent with like writing. Like
consistency. That's a good word. That's what I was maybe lacking.
I stopped like writing music for a while just because I just had like this block. I had writer's block, and you know, now I've kind of tried to get more consistent with that. Even like if I'm just writing like one little like 4-bar or something, like just continuing to try to sharpen that skill on a consistent basis has helped me a lot. And though I haven't really like still come close to like getting a full finished song, definitely I noticed my writing has gotten better, and I'm not so clouded and blocked up there.
I think just there's a lot of things that probably go into that, I bet. But that's the word that I was lacking, is consistency. I think like consistency was one of my big issues too, is because like I said, this perfectionism, it's like there's trying to be creative, and then there's like, when is it going to be done, and you know, all these factors that go into it that don't mesh well, and then that affects your consistency in it, which you need, especially like if you know you are like a musician, or even like me being a painter, even podcasting, like there's got to be consistency, otherwise it's probably not going to work. Like might have like a couple good moments here and there, but I think there was something I kind of would come up with an excuse for myself. I would say that quality over quantity, right? But I would use that in a negative way. I would like oh, I haven't come up with anything recently, like because I'm trying to make something good, right? Quality over quantity, which is true. But I don't think I was using it to like the most authentic way. You know, I think I was using it as an excuse to kind of mask my ego a little bit with it. And then I read something that was quantity will lead to quality. And I was like, okay, that kind of changed my perspective on it a little bit. And I'm like,
that's a good one.
And I don't remember where I found that, but ever since then, I'm like, I need to just really just pump it out then. Like, I just need to be on it and not really mind what the product is. I just need to be consistent with it. And then I will teach myself naturally because I'm interested in it. Obviously, that doesn't ring true if you're, like, not interested in what you're doing. Like, then quality over quantity. But if you are naturally kind of drawn to it, like music, quantity will lead to quality, right? Like, I think that will work.
Oh yeah, I was just about to say that's something I really need to just like hone in, because a lot of it has just come from like insecurity and self-doubt. It's just like that fear of like, gosh, like is this corny? Like, are people are gonna hear this and be like, get a load of this guy. Get a load of this guy. But that's something you just have to just suck up and just...
you kind of have to deal with that, you know? Like, people will say that, by the way. Like, if you're successful in it, and, like, there's already been people that have, like... I've had a fair share of, like, negative comments, and I'm like, you know, people saying, not everyone needs a podcast, or, like... or whatever, and I'm like, I kind of have to laugh at it and kind of embrace it a little bit. Like, okay, yeah, you're totally right. Therefore, I need to get better, right? Maybe you're right.
Not everybody needs a podcast, but I want to podcast. I want
the persistence of trying to better it. And, you know, I'm kind of using that in like as constructive criticism. And I don't think that their intentions are that. They're like, oh, this sucks, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, maybe I could have done it better. And how can I think of ways to make it better for less of this? It's just kind of all how you take the criticism, I guess. But people can be mean, bro. People can be mean.
Yes, and it just it's something I don't get, because I honestly like try so hard like to not, and it's not even hard to not be a hater.
Yeah.
Like, but people go out of their way, and I feel like that's just such a miserable life to live.
Especially on the internet. Especially on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be hard to find a hater in real life, because no one has like balls to be like say the things that they say behind a screen.
Yep.
Oh my god, dude. Like, no one's gonna take. You show them your music on the street, it's gonna be a totally different reaction from like some random person across the world on the internet. Like, because they have so much to hide behind. It's like, that's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember I put my song on at Dutch when I was working on the one at the one at Foster. I put it on the speakers.
Yeah.
And I was working at the one on Holgate, actually. I was covering a shift there, and I played it for them there, and they were like, dude, I thought you were gonna be like just one of those like SoundCloud rappers.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I hate too, when people like think I'm like a SoundCloud rapper or even a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I don't rap. I don't make rap.
I was
music.
actually gonna get into the genre of like what your kind of your vision is for what, like, as far as music, because like, I'm sure if you tried, you probably could. Like, but that's a lot of people can rap. Like, it's not. It doesn't take that much skill to like really. Okay, that might be. I think it does take skill. It does take skill for sure. But look at the people that are famous today, like Ice Spice. Do you think you really think that she has some God-given talent to rap? I don't no.
Do I think she makes catchy music? Yeah, I mean, catchy enough to go viral. And
I prefer Glorilla, but you know, Ice Spice is, you know, that's some people's cup of tea, bro. This tea, by the way, tastes like artichoke or something. Like,
yuck.
I know. I'm trying really hard to like keep it composure every single time I drink.
The teal's hitting, but I could have swore that they put. Well, I know because I used to, when I worked
at Black
they
Rock.
used to put apple juice in it.
I think they do. Do they not?
It doesn't taste like there's apple juice in here. I don't know if I've seen him.
If I had any, I would offer. I think I have apple cider if you want to. I don't think
maybe they did, and I'm just.
Maybe it's just like not very like
crazy.
not the ratio that you were hoping for.
Yeah,
maybe?
I usually was pretty heavy on apple juice in mine because I love topping off my fields with like the orange juice or apple juice.
Are you orange juice guy or apple juice guy? If you could pick one.
I've always been an orange juice guy.
Okay, see, that's
love
good.
both of them.
Me too.
But if I had to pick to
OJ's are different.
Eliminate one of them, it would have to be apple juice.
Yeah, I used to be the other way until, you know, like I said recently, I've been drinking orange juice every day. It's so good for you. You know, I don't like. I genuinely think I feel maybe it's a placebo, but like
I mean,
vitamin D
is so
vitamin
good for you.
C.
Yep.
What else is in there?
I don't know.
But that's all I know.
Yeah,
there might be a little bit of sugar in there, but that's okay. Sugar's good for you. Natural sugar is good for you.
Strictly, well, yeah, there's natural sugars, I guess, but the only orange juice that I like will buy from the store is simply orange juice.
I got some of that.
Because I don't like the concentrate. I don't like orange juice or even apple juice from concentrate. So usually if I get apple juice, there's like a treetop, 100% pure pressed.
Yeah.
And it's like a 3 apple blend. Oh my god. So
I bet that's
good.
fire.
A nice
I bet that's
ice
good.
cold glass of
Dude, now I want some apple juice.
pure pressed apple juice.
Yeah. I usually my diet's been pretty like it's either really good or really bad. Like, I've had, you know, last couple nights I've had like KFC for dinner, which is terrible, bro. That has made me feel like Popeyes is so I don't know what I like more, KFC or Popeyes. Like, I've been trying to think about that. Like, I'm kind of debating with myself in my head.
It's really clear cut for me. It's Popeyes. It's Popeyes.
Why is it clear cut? The chicken sandwich. So I go chicken sandwiches. Let's say chicken sandwiches. Chicken sandwiches from KFC, I think, are better than Popeyes.
I've never had a chicken sandwich from KFC.
Okay. So,
but
anyways, what's your criteria?
So my first job was Popeyes.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, you worked everywhere.
Yeah, that was my first. Yeah, I worked at Starbucks. So let's go through the.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
So Popeyes, then Starbucks.
In order? Is this chronological?
Yes.
Okay.
Popeyes, then Starbucks, then Dutch, then Black Rock, then Dutch, and now I'm an electrician.
Dang, that's crazy. What a jump.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's why I was like really kind of like, I didn't expect that, I guess. But it was like in a really good way, you know, like that's I think it's a rewarding job to have.
For sure.
That's crazy. So what about Cane's? I think we're leaving Cane's out of this conversation because I think Cane's, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I think Cane's is number one for me.
Like chicken place?
Chicken place. Yeah.
I'm still gonna go with Popeyes.
Really? As a number one?
Yeah.
Have you had their like gallon of like the bag of sweet tea or whatever?
From
from Popeyes?
I've never like bought one, but I would fill them up for people.
You'd fill them up?
Yeah.
I would buy those things too. My mom put me on that.
I used to hate tea when I was younger, but my mom is a big sweet tea drinker, so I always still sips. It always tastes better when it's your mom's, by the way.
Oh yeah,
but
sure.
I would always be stealing sips of my mom's sweet tea and just developed a liking to it. Now I'm just like a little slut for sweet tea.
Yeah,
bro,
I know, for
it's
real.
so good.
I know, like I need some like I know it's bad, but like I need like some sweet drinks, here and there. Like my girlfriend makes fun of me because she's like, "Oh my god, you need a little sweet treat for the day." I'm like, dude, just chill. Like you make me feel like not good about myself. No, I'm playing.
Something I think you're gonna find really interesting is I don't drink water.
What do you mean you don't drink water, bro?
Nah, like it was this whole. It's always been this whole thing for me. I mean, I like during sports and stuff. Like I drink water, like at the gym and stuff. Like. But it has to be ice cold for one. Room temperature water.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. So you're not gonna go like, is that why when I offered you water, you're like, let's slide to Black Rock? I was like, bro,
that's exactly why. No.
Like, dang, bro. Like, usually I like to, hydrate, but
no, it's definitely.
Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, like dry? As the Sahara Desert, and been like, I need a drink, I need a beverage right now, like, and you go get water, or do you go get orange juice?
I feel like a couple of times I've done that, like go steal some water out the bathroom sink or something.
What? That is diabolical,
you
bro.
Never done that?
Okay, I have done that, but
you
as
never
a kid,
stuck your head under there?
As a kid,
that's what I'm talking about.
As a kid, okay, so you haven't done that recently. Bro, imagine you did this like last week or something. No. I used to do that as a kid, yes. Or I'd be like, I'd like literally
like a little peasant.
Yeah, yes. But it's like an infinite water source. Like you're just like always like, you know what I mean? You're always able to just drink more.
That's funny.
And I don't know. Sometimes I'll put a straw in the cup because I have an automatic water thing in the fridge. So I put the water and I like try to keep it as low as possible, just to But that's healthy. It's a healthy challenge.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's crazy. So you just don't be drinking water like that?
No, literally, like it got it's. I mean, I've always been this way, but like when I was working at like 174 and even at Foster, like they would always try to force me to drink water. Good. Like always like be handing me like large ice cups of water, and I'm like,
I feel like
give me a Rebel.
A large, yeah. Because I mean, it kind of scratches an itch that like is. You know what I mean? Like the carbonation behind a Rebel, but not only the carbonation because you could just drink a soda at that point, but like, and soda being like just carbonated water because Dutch has the soda cans, and and that'd be much healthier. But like having
carbonated water.
So do I.
So.
But like drinking something with a Rebel is like you're kind of scratching that itch with like the carbonation. It's like a McDonald's Sprite. You know what I mean? It's like it really just
that carbonation. You know what I mean? You got sugar, you got caffeine.
Yes. And you feel it like surging through your veins right after you hit that. Wait, there's one more question I had about the electrician thing. So let's say your music career takes off, like tomorrow. Yeah. Are you quitting that job?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think that was a stupid question, but like
well, that's actually kind of a hard one because then I wouldn't have my license. So like if it crashed and burned and I was just kind of left with nothing, then I wouldn't be able to return back to that unless I were to go through the whole application process, which literally, and it didn't take me long to get in on like in terms of like how long like most people wait.
Yeah.
Because I applied and it took me 10 months to get in, which is really not that long because some people go like 2-3 years before they can get in, but. So yeah, I don't know because like I feel like I would at least want to try to finish out my apprenticeship, get my license, and then
just have completed it at least.
So so I can have my license, keep renewing that, and then I could always fall back to it. Like my mother-in-law to be, she was telling me about an electrician she knew who he wanted to be a rock star, so he did just that, went and traveled and did shows and did it. But eventually that came to an end, and he still had his license though, so he just came right back to being an electrician.
That's pretty crazy. That's cool. That's cool. I imagine, like, what if you were like wiring a studio and ended up dropping a verse or something like that? Like, do electricians often go to like studios or whatever? So I feel like that's a good place to.
The closest I've been to that is last winter. Was when I was with the residential shop. So I went. We were doing some lights at this guy's house, and he had like freaking like guitars everywhere,
really?
Like on the wall.
That's
just
pretty sweet.
Just guitars. So of course I asked him about it, and he brought me down to his basement, and there was he had built like a little studio down there, like completely like
that's pretty sweet.
Soundproof room and sound equipment and everything. And obviously
I prefer to have home studios, by the way. Like, I feel like home studios are more comfortable and probably more common nowadays than going out to a studio. I think the only benefit of going out to a studio now is like, obviously there's good equipment, but I think oh my god, I just lost my thought, bro. My mind just checked out. It just clocked out for a second. Hold on. What is the benefit to going out to the studio? Okay, having a studio at home is like, bro, my thoughts clocked out. Like, mid-thought. Hold up.
He's buffering.
I know. This is crazy. Okay. I know. Hold up. We'll catch it back. A home studio, I think you're more comfortable, maybe, is what I was getting at. Maybe that'll segue into you're more comfortable here. I don't know. What do you think I was going to say?
So, definitely with a home studio, there's just that sense of comfort and, I guess.
Oh, maybe like going out, like if let's say you're unemployed, right? And you're able to do, maybe not unemployed, but like you're able to do this for a living.
Mm-hmm.
If you go outside of your house, it kind of benefits you a little bit. Like, you're getting out in the world, you're moving around, you know what I mean? Like, there's something nice about that. Like, when COVID was a thing, right? Like, you're kind of forced to be inside, which makes you feel gross because you're just not leaving your house, you're not getting sunshine, you're not moving around, not talking to people. So I think getting out is good. But I think the comfort of having a home studio could maybe support your creativity a little bit, support you like being more open to cooler ideas, at least for me.
Yeah.
I'm also someone who likes to work with as minimal people as possible because of that, like, I guess it's kind of the insecurity of like what other people's judgment is.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm the one kind of organizing this idea or this project or whatever, I don't want very many people here in this moment until we're able to, like, let's say we're making like a skit or like a movie or some kind of something like that. When I'm writing it, that's got to be me, maybe one other person.
Yeah.
And then when we're filming it, that's different because we already have the ideas kind of written in stone.
Yep.
And I don't know, maybe I'm just afraid of the criticism or something like that. I don't know.
I feel like,
So if you're making when you're making music, do you feel like are you okay to make music with other people around?
I hate even making music with my fiance in the room.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the song that I did put out, she was pretty much there the whole time. I recorded it in a few hours.
She obviously is supportive, right?
Yeah. No, she's super supportive, very very just there to like not let me be insecure, because I feel like that's a very important kind of person to have around you, not only as like a lover or a partner, but even just like a friend,
just someone
like to be there to reassure you that yes, you can do this, yes, you have a great voice.
My girlfriend is like, she's like, anything that you put your mind to, you are like, she's like, you're better than anyone else. And I'm like, oh my god, like, you gotta chill.
But no, like that's such a good person to have.
For sure.
And obviously it's situational, person to person,
Yes.
Obviously if somebody is just like so egotistical, thinking they're above everybody,
right,
and then maybe they need to be humble just a little bit. But at the same time, like for me, literally, like last week I was like Jocelyn, do you think I can sing? Like, do you think I sound good? Like, do I have a good voice? And like, that's something I ask just a lot. And it's like, I just need to tell myself, I know I can sing. I know I can make a good song.
Yeah.
Just got to do it.
Yeah.
Just got to do it.
Is there any similarities between making a track and making maybe like some kind of, I'm trying to think of like if there's any patterns that are similar to being an electrician and applying that also to like structuring a song too. Because how do you structure, I've dabbled in the music thing. Like I know what it's like trying to open a project up and like starting it from scratch. It's like, it's very open-ended. You're like, okay, what's, you know, you really got to have the vision and capability of execution. And for some reason, music is more like, I have more respect for you that you're doing music, because like first it doesn't feel as like what I do, like painting, let's say, isn't as up to criticism, I guess. Like, I feel like more people will jump quickly to judge music faster than they will like art, physical art, maybe. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't know how to word that. I'm trying to think of how to articulate what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's more vulnerable, maybe.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just gonna kind of get into a little bit. Yeah, I think it boils down to just that vulnerability that comes with making music and exposing a side of yourself that people have never seen. And like, especially like in high school, bro, like I was like, so, and you know, like looking back on it all, it's just so pointless because and this sounds kind of cocky, and I'm not saying this like they're below me, but like none of those people matter. Like in my life, like
I know exactly what you're saying.
They're all, everybody's doing their own things, but like none of that judgment mattered.
I know
at
exactly
all.
what you're saying.
And that right back to that like insecurity and just self-doubt. I was always so scared that people were gonna judge me, and people were gonna just like get a load of this guy. And I'm sure, and they were, and a lot of people were, and that kind of like restrained me from really fully committing to this music thing. But as I'm getting older, as I'm maturing, I'm like, I'm really.
Do you feel like people don't take it seriously? I feel like music specifically is one that people would be like, I don't take that seriously.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And that's something I always think about when I'm making songs. I'm like, does this sound corny? Maybe, but I mean, music it is corny though. Like if it, I mean, not in a bad way,
right?
But
you're not a normal person if you're singing to other people for for whatever reason, right? It's like not everyone does that. Just like not everyone has a podcast, but you're able to hop on this podcast, which is also, that's like you're doubling down on this. Like not everyone's able to do this. Yeah. Or I mean, I like to say that I'm on that level of like artistry, but like I think music is a lot heavier when it comes to vulnerability and I don't know. I just got more respect for that, honestly. That's because I can't find myself to come like, all right, I'm gonna release this song, right? I have like really cool visions of like, this would be so cool, but like I can't find myself to execute it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I always come across some kind of obstacle that I just like, this person might not like this, whatever the excuse may be.
Yeah. Like, it's definitely just like, especially too, like seeing so many people like view my stories but not like my posts or support. It's like like you see people peeping but you don't see the support.
Oh, for sure.
But it's like I know if I were to ever gain some momentum with this music thing, that there would be a lot more people supporting. It's just like people don't want to support.
It's weird.
People don't want to support you because who are you? But then you're somebody, and now they're like, oh,
I know, that's so weird. It's so weird to me. I realize that with like, it's similar. It's a similar feeling with a podcast. There's so many, like, there's been people that are like, too many people have a podcast, right? In my opinion, it's more like, too many people have social media at this point. So it's like, it's kind of weird because the podcast is kind of like, I'm just putting it on social media or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
or maybe books. There are too many books, or there are too many movies, or there are too many musicians. Like, there's so many people doing it that, like, what does it matter? You know what I mean? Like,
there's just at that point there's too many people.
yeah. I don't know. So that I found like an insecurity when someone said that. I was like, oh, interesting. Like, obviously I'm not the only one doing this, and like maybe I shouldn't have a podcast, but obviously I broke through that. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna kind of double down on consistency, and quantity will lead to quality. But it's weird because objectively, like, who's to say what art is good? Right. I guess, other than Kanye, like,
other than Ye.
Yeah. Because, well, I mean, some could say, like, this is objectively cool, right? Because it's, like, maybe the lighting is, you know what I mean? Like, there's composition, there's whatever it may be. But then there's, like, music, which is not as easy to, like, follow. I mean, you could follow a formula to a song, but, like, it's not as, like, objectively good. You can't really tell if it's objectively good. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I know exactly what you mean, because, like, that's my song. I made that on my phone with an Xbox headset.
I wanted to bring that up earlier, and I was like, I want him to say it.
Yeah. Like, so the story
this is so
of
crazy,
how this song was made was literally, I had just moved back into my parents' house. All my stuff was, like, packed away in boxes, because, like, I do have a mic and, like, a interface, and like, that's how I usually record music. But I heard this beat.
Dude, this is so crazy.
Yeah, no, I heard this beat, and I was just like, wow, I need to record this. I need to record this right now. And so with my dongle, I plugged my Xbox headset into my phone, opened up BandLab, and literally just started flowing. And, like, that was, like, one of the first times for me that, like, I really, like, entered a flow state when it comes to music, because usually, like, it's so hard for me to, like, figure out, like, what I want to say, how I want to say it, you know, figuring out melodies, figuring out figuring out a whole song. But I, like, recorded this song, like, pretty much all in one day, and, you know, I took a couple days afterwards, just kind of, like, add in stuff, you know. No songs ever finished, but
because you do want to sit with it for a second. You want to, like, I think it'd be kind of crazy of you to, like, record it and then release it right then and there. Like, you'd want to sit for, like, you know, play it in different speakers, see how it sounds here and there, and, like, okay, this would be cool if I added something else right here. Yeah. Just kind of, that's what I do with the paintings, at least. I'm like, okay, maybe this needs this or that, you know?
And, so many people just kind of just don't understand, like, even though I'm not a producer, I didn't make the beat, you know, I leased the beat, and that's how I was able to get it on Spotify and whatnot. But, still, even just, like, vocal engineering, like, I did all that, like, all my vocals on my phone on freaking BandLab. And, you know, there's, like, controversial person right now, but David, he's a BandLab artist, and it really takes a certain kind of skill to get a good sound out of it. Just with layers and harmonies, like that chorus, I literally have, I think, 7 or 8 different layers of vocals singing different harmonies. I have one that's really pitched up really high, like freaking Alvin and the Chipmunks. I have one that's pitched down low, just to add that depth. And just even, like, the little ad-libs, like when I go, "Is it too late?" Or it's just
I know.
There's so much that goes into it.
It's the same with this, right? There's so many different, like, colors that, I mean, if you look closely, you can kind of tell how many different things, like, you know, I went from layers on layers on layers, and I guess it's more so with, like this type of paint, you have to layer. I have to put the first layer on, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It's like, so it kind of moves forward. Like, you can kind of tell, like, the dark, it's dark to light, right? And yeah, so it's background to foreground, and then dark to light is the method, is how you're supposed to paint, technically. So it's, I can, like, I understand the how much goes into it, I guess. Yeah, because there is a lot.
That's something that just, I feel like
Bro, I appreciate that little piece too. That little nice, made me feel good.
It's just, that's something that and when I say average consumer, I'm not, like, saying just, like, oh, like, just average people. I'm just, like, people who aren't artists, that's something that they'll just never be able to like really understand and appreciate about any kind of art form if you're not an artist, because you don't really understand what goes into it. So all you just hear is a song. All you see is a painting.
Do you think art means less if you're making money from it or like a job out of it?
No, not at all.
No. I don't know. I just thought of it. This is a question. I was like, maybe this is an interesting question. Like,
I feel like,
well, because I guess then at that point it's like kind of forced, maybe.
I feel like if it's I feel like it could mean less if it's a job. If you are making money from it.
Like people have probably definitely just done it because you have to put out a song or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like when these artists get signed to a label and then they put out freaking 3 albums in 2 years and just, it's, I don't know. I feel really strongly about when an artist signs with labels, and I can understand it. Like, obviously, like when you get with the label, they will put you in the spotlight. Like, but you also sign the rights to yourself away in your music. Like,
that's where the term "sell your soul" comes in, because it's like, I think music is the closest thing you have to your soul, because it's like, these are like, it's coming from your voice, right? Your ideas are coming from vibrations that you're like, that's the closest thing almost to your soul.
Yeah.
So like, and you're putting that into an art form, and then now you're selling that to a company.
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically what I believe that selling your soul has come from. But let's see, I had another good question. I forgot what it was.
Something I wanted to bring up was just like when, like, kind of still talking about the selling your soul, is like when Justin Bieber sold his music catalog to, I think it was UMG, Universal.
Oh yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, he's broke," or maybe, just maybe, he did that so he could have creative freedom over his music. And now look at what he's just put out with Swag 1 and Swag 2, freaking
now he's just
beautiful albums that are completely different than anything we've ever heard from him.
It's more of what he's wanted to do. It sounds like he's kind of put a little bit more passion into it. And I honestly, it's the same thing with, like, if you look at what Kanye has done. Like, Kanye is he's doing what he can to, like, fight out of these contracts, right? And it may not be what people say are right, but I mean, he is now, like, free from these contracts and, like, able to do what he wants on his own. So would you, I guess, be open to a label, or would you have to read over the contract and make sure everything is cool, or, like, are you more of like, I want to do this independently?
No, I don't think it's smart necessarily. I mean, and people make it work and have made it work. But I think the smartest thing you can do if you want to make it big or get that exposure is to sign with a label. But definitely there would need to be some very deep reading in between the lines of what you're actually signing. And a part of that is just having a good manager. That's not going to take advantage of you, and finding a label that's also not going to take advantage of you. And it's hard, like, kind of to talk about this because obviously I'm not some big name artist, so it's not like I can pick and choose.
Yeah, I guess I'm just like presenting like hypothetical situation. Like, okay, with the where would your mind go? I guess.
Yeah, no. If it boiled down to it, and I had one label that wanted to sign me, then I feel like that's an opportunity I wouldn't be able to turn down. Yeah. But definitely would have to proceed with caution.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that would just be the number one thing because that's what you don't want, is to be taken advantage of. And then, I mean, have you seen A Star Is Born, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper?
I've heard of it, but like I haven't.
So yeah,
I'll put it on the list.
You should definitely watch it. It's a tearjerker for sure. I'll say that.
I like those.
It's one of those. But basically, what I was getting at is in that movie, and I'm not without spoiling it. Obviously.
Right. Yeah, don't spoil it, please.
It's about an artist who signs with the label pretty much, and this label tries to just completely change who she is. And I feel like and I think Lady Gaga has even said this herself, that she feels like that's kind of really relevant to kind of how she was brought up, and all the crazy outfits and stuff that she's worn. And obviously, you know, there's a little bit of weird in her, and you know, that's all good and fine, but just how much did her label have a say in what she was wearing and the music she was making? Because her voice is freaking phenomenal, like a generational singer, like just like even just for like ballads, but you know, all the pop like stuff that she has out, and
like all the white girl music that she has.
And it's just like the same with Justin Bieber, like, and gosh, I have so much respect for Justin Bieber.
Oh my god, me too.
Just, I mean,
what he's gone through, which is, we don't know exactly what it is, but we have some ideas.
Yeah.
And like I guess his composure now.
Yeah.
In like looking back in hindsight, he's mature, I think. Mm-hmm. And he's pretty cool. Like I fuck with him. Like
like I would love to be homies with Justin Bieber.
I know. He's got a cool little like vibe and aesthetic that he has and he carries.
Yeah, it's just what he's gone through, and the stuff that he's like still just has to deal with. Like, I mean, I just scrolling through his comment sections, I get freaking mad. And
really,
just because
I haven't. So what does it look like?
Just a lot of people still talking about Selena Gomez, which is like, bro, why are we like, he's married with a child, Selena Gomez, like that's so long gone. People are so chronically online that they could still possibly be saying stuff like that and hating on his wife and calling him a bad husband, bro. Those songs in Swag, that's a man that loves his wife. Yeah, that is a man that loves his wife wholeheartedly. But that's not to say they're without mistakes. And when you're so big like Justin Bieber is, and you're just under a microscope, every little mistake, every little like, and so people are so quick to just jump on him, and it's like everybody has their problems, bro. Not every marriage is no marriage is perfect. You're gonna argue, you're gonna have bad days, but what's clear
so
is that
who are you
they
to
do
judge, right? Like, who are all these people to like put him under, like you said, a microscope? Also, he's done a good job of trying to separate himself from like what is happening in his personal life, like, which I mean, honestly, he kind of had to, if you think about it. Which, you know, so that being said, like, we don't know what's going on in his personal life. So who are they to really point a finger and be like, this is not a good person for you? I'm sure that's tough to. If I were him, I probably wouldn't even look at the comments. Like, it'd be hard not to. I mean, because I understand even putting something on the internet and then being like, oh my god, I want to look at how it's doing. Like, the numbers can kind of crush you a little bit, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a dangerous game to play.
For sure.
Especially like when you are gaining traction, but as many followers, as many fans as you can get, there's going to be just as many haters. So it's like,
I know, and it's just what you got to kind of deal with. But yeah, you got to have that, like, that's where I think, like, we're talking about the backbone, the discipline thing, that comes in. It kind of gives you the grit you need to be able to kind of push through that. This has been a really inspirational podcast. This is like, this is gonna be one to look back on and be like, wow, I feel good. I feel really good after this. I was gonna also say about the label thing. I feel that it might be easier today. Well, obviously it is easier today because of social media and stuff to just do it by yourself. Because, like, who needs all that marketing now when you can literally do it yourself?
You can post a video on TikTok and
it can get overnight, like overnight, right? As long as you do it, something that people would care about, or you know, who knows what the algorithm will take. And
it's a little bit of luck, and it's a little
exactly, consistency,
consistency,
persistence, whatever it is. I think people don't generally need labels today. Because of social media. It's like, that's why I'm able to do a podcast. Like, before you would need so many things, like hoops to jump through to try to even, you know, make this happen. Maybe not get the equipment, but like to be able to put it out somewhere for someone to watch and care about. Like, which it's cool, but at the same time it becomes oversaturated. So it's like, oh, too many people have a podcast, but like,
too many people
have movies. Too many people have books. Like, you can say that about literally
anything. It's just, and that just brings me back to just people just being negative to be negative. And I just feel like a lot of that just comes from jealousy because maybe they want to a podcast or maybe
you want to be careful who you tell good news to.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously bad news, but like even good news. It's like you want to be mindful of how they respond when you're telling someone good news. Like, how are they reacting to you? Like that kind of determines if you want them next to you or not.
Yeah, definitely.
In success.
Yeah, I try to peep all like I try to keep a close eye on things like that and just, the people you surround yourself with. And
do you know many other artists like musicians or whatever that you could work with, I guess?
Yeah, there's a couple. One of my old coworkers from when I was at Foster, Dutch Bros. He produces a little bit, and we've always talked about wanting to get together and have a jam session. Haven't made it happen yet, but
dude, it's just similar to this, right? It takes some time to you gotta let it marinate.
There's just things will happen when things will happen, So and then I have another friend from, or not even like, it's kind of like like acquaintance, like how me and you were. And he's doing his thing. He moved to Nashville, and he's been producing. And
I want to go there so bad.
Me too. I've never been.
I haven't either. I same with like there's so many places I want to make my way out to. I just can't. I don't have like the opportunity to right now.
So expensive to travel anywhere. My sister though, she works for Alaska Airlines now.
What?
So yeah, there's
some
perks with that. She's like she's the one that checks people into their flights.
Oh, like, does she have like discounts or anything for on flight? Does she does?
Yeah, she can add like family. I guess whoever she wanted, but she has my parents on her like pass, so they get unlimited standby travel.
Nice.
And then she gets like 20 buddy passes to give out a year.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't gone anywhere yet. I don't even have a real ID or a passport.
I know I need to get my real ID.
Once I get my real ID, or I'm probably just gonna get my passport because I do want to leave the country. Yeah. I mean, not forever, but I want to go travel and see other countries. I do want to
get out of here. It's getting a little chaotic.
Let's get the hell out of here. No, but yeah, definitely, once I get my passport, definitely going to just try to run it up and see the world. Because it's like she asked me and Jocelyn if we wanted to go to Montana soon to visit my dad. I was like, we don't have our real ID or passport. Yeah. And she was like,
Montana seems cool. A lot of people I know have been in and out of there in this last year, which is interesting of why it's been like, I don't know. I feel like it's been more like Montana has been reoccurring more and more recently than it has been before. I don't know why. Maybe it's in my life. Or
I feel like it just probably has to do, and it all is situational on where you grew up. But like for us city folk, like Montana's very just like remote, I guess.
It seems like a cool state.
It's beautiful scenery. Winters are very cold there.
Different.
Though.
It can't be much different than to Oregon, though, right? I feel like Oregon is pretty. Like Oregon's a cool state, nature-wise, as is. Like we got the trees and the hills and the mountains, whatever.
But what you doing if you want to go to the beach and you're in Montana?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say, dude. We have the coast. That's the difference. And I don't know. A lot of people I've talked to that want to move to Montana. Which that's fine. Do your thing. I don't think like we have a really cool area.
Yeah,
like
this is like this all the time, dude.
Like it's it's like when you're playing Minecraft and you find that spot to build your house. You're like, this has the right there. You got that patch. You got this right here. Like it just you just
like,
you just feel
there's the perfect cave right there.
Yes, that's
where we'll go find all the goods.
Yeah, and we really do. We have really good food here, like access to food, right?
Yeah.
The best water. I'm sure this is in your arsenal of arguments of why it's good to live here. The water.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you don't even drink water. Never mind. What am I talking? You're wasting the
Wrong
space here. You're wasting space here, bro. No, but someone else could be living in your spot, bro.
Even right across the river in Vancouver, the water is worse.
Dude,
it's
really?
a lot worse.
Huh?
I mean, not like for you, like. Just it's fine to drink, but it just tastes weird.
And a lot of people won't understand that unless you've had water from here, which is pretty crazy. Because so Isabella, my girlfriend, she's from Southern California, which their water's trash. And so I actually lived down there for like maybe a summer or something like that. And bruh, like I said, I'd be get up in the middle of the night trying to get some water. They didn't even have ice, bro. And it's because like her grandma was like. Kind of preached that warm water is, or cold water is not good for your kidneys. And I'm like, and I know you'd hate it, bro, because you're like, you need to ice cold water.
It needs
like,
to be ice cold.
Yeah. She's like, no, why are you drinking cold water? I'm like, are you serious? It's hot down
Room
here.
temperature water actually is like better for your digestive system or whatever, but
is it really that big of a difference?
No, it's not.
Can it be like?
It's not.
Is it life threatening? Is it like
no
kidney
health
threatening?
wise? No, it's perfectly fine to drink ice cold water. I just think just the coldness kind of shocks your digestive system a little bit and kind of just.
Yeah, but like why does so naturally then why do we kind of yearn for colder water?
Because refreshing. I don't know.
I guess where our body temperatures are higher, so you want something that's opposite to that. But when I'm cold, I don't want like hot water. I mean, hot cocoa maybe, but I don't even. I'm not a hot beverage type of person as I'm drinking this tea. But like this.
Yeah, the sweater weather I got earlier was the first hot drink I've ordered in like. Probably since last winter was the last time I ordered a hot drink.
That made me think that you were like that type of guy that's like maybe a little more sophisticated. Like I was like, oh dang, he has a hot drink in his hand. Like
my go-to drink like lately at Dutch has just been like a marmalade rebel with Palm
the
Beach
marmalade
float.
is underrated.
It's
at Dutch
so good. It's, one of my friends put me on. I used to do. This was another one of her drinks that she had put me on in either middle school or like beginning of high school. It was the ocean water with lime float. And
now it's called a Blue Oasis.
Blue Oasis. Yeah, I remember the first time I ever heard that. I was like, what the hell, man? But then she put me onto the marmalade with Palm Beach float, and it was like summer in a drink. Because the first time I had it, it was like 90 to 5 degrees outside. It was exactly what I needed.
Exactly what you needed.
Yeah.
Dutch has been like kind of a blessing and a curse for me. It's like working there. Obviously, it's a minimum wage job, and I'm like trying to upgrade my life here. I'm trying to make bigger moves happen. But it's also given me opportunities to like meet new people. I mean, you get free drinks, so it's like. That's you can't say it's not a bad thing, but it's definitely like I think it's interesting. It kind of like it funds also like the dream a little bit. You know what I mean? Like so it funds this, but it also fights it. You know what I mean? Like it kind of takes the time away a little bit. Like it's also not enough. Like I need more.
Yeah.
Like long term, this is not sustainable at all.
Yeah.
Especially with what I'm trying to do. So it's a kind of a weird battle because I'm like, man, I need something better, But I also appreciate the time it's given me to stay and do this stuff like this.
Yeah.
And when a lot of people are going and like partying or something, which is were you a big party person?
I was when I was at 174.
Really?
Yeah. I was. Yeah, that's why I'm like so content with just like living just like a simple life now and just being a father and being a great partner.
How is being a father? Like that seems so abstract to me.
It's a learning experience, obviously, but it's been like the greatest blessing that ever happened to me. And literally, this was maybe a couple months before we found out that we were having a baby, but we had a pregnancy scare, and my mom actually had found the pregnancy test, and so she was talking to me about it, and I told her, I was like, a family is like kind of what I always wanted, and she had actually reminded me about this like a couple weeks ago when we were talking, because I had kind of forgot about this conversation, but I had pretty much just told her that like I've always wanted a family, and I feel like that all comes down to like growing up in the kind of chaos and trauma that I did have to go through as a child and as a teenager. It all comes down to me like wanting to build not the perfect family, but just like I was talking earlier about how I don't want to be like my dad, or I grew up always telling myself I wouldn't be like him. But
I think that's like life's purpose is for me, and I think honestly,
you should always be better than your parents.
Yeah. Like, I meant like having a family. Like life's purpose is being better than. No, I mean yes, you should absolutely aim for the best. But I mean like having a family is something that everyone should aim to achieve.
Yeah.
I think everyone can benefit from it.
Yeah, and
but people will disagree. Sorry, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk.
Let me elaborate a little bit because that does sound a little bit like.
Which part?
You should be better than your parents, but it's like
you should, yeah.
Because it's just like your parents made mistakes as well, and they learned from those, and there's so much just knowledge that comes with just making those mistakes and just having that experience of life. And so like my dad always has told me like, you need to be better than me. You need to be better than me. And I think that's such a great way to look at life. Like I hope my kids make more money than I do. Like like please go thrive. Like, and not to say like I mean right now it's just like it's hard. It's hard being a dad. It's hard being a parent. And it's hard being a partner. It's like it's not easy to make it work. We have been making it work, but it's not easy, and it comes with so much learning and so much growth, and you gotta have so much grace as well for when there are mistakes made, and really gotta lock in on on a lot of things. So being a father is just like, it's weird for sure. It's weird, but at the same time it's like it feels like exactly where I'm supposed to be right now.
That's good.
That's
so good.
Just the timing of everything that happens. Literally, we found out she was pregnant, and then 2 days later I got an email. And I was already I'm talking about
you got an email that she got pregnant?
No. So
yes. You're like,
let's go. No. So we found out she was pregnant in the hospital. 2 days later, I got an email from the training center for the apprenticeship.
Okay.
And I was already on the list at that time. I had applied, interviewed, and tested it and everything, and was on the list. And I'd been moving down, so it didn't look like I was going to get in. But in 2 days after that, we found out she was pregnant. The email was for an interview about a pre-apprenticeship that the training center also runs for people with no trade-related experience. And that's why, because I got ranked at like 121 on the list to get into the apprenticeship, which is like not bad, but it's not where you want to be if you're wanting to get in. And I started moving down because they slot people in if like they interview better than you. And what had hurt my score on my interview was I had no trade related experience, so I got put at 121. But the pre-apprenticeship is for people with no trade related experience and minorities and just a whole other factor thing. So I got an email for that, interviewed for that in February, and did not as good as I thought I was going to do an interview, because I was kind of thrown for a loop. I was really prepared for my first interview, but second interview was like completely different questions. So I kind of did a lot of, and I answered the questions well. Obviously I got in.
I'm sure you did. Yeah,
they interviewed like over 100 people for this class, and only 15 people got selected.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
there's benefits to being able to like express your ideas and your thoughts. I mean, just being articulate in general, like that comes like in the ability to express yourself, though. So I think that you have the capability of doing that. So I mean, it goes hand in hand, Having also confidence in what you're saying goes a long way.
For sure. So I interviewed for that in February and got the official email that I was accepted in March, and my daughter was born in August.
Dang. Oh, I just kind of went back to back.
Yeah,
dude.
It was just like, I mean, we kind of went from like, I'm working at Dutch.
Yeah.
She was working at a trampoline park, and
whoa, really?
Yeah, I mean, she still is now. She went back.
Nice. Which one?
It's called Urban Air.
Do you get a discount if you go there?
Yeah, she gets she can bring one person with her for free when she's not working.
So have y'all gone?
Oh yeah, I've jumped around hella in there. My old ass needs to sit down sometimes though. I'd be so sore.
Dude,
like you don't realize how
different.
So something I wanted to ask is
okay, go ahead.
When do you unlock the privilege to say, man, I'm getting old. We're getting old.
Ask me, bro. I'm not much older than you. Are you serious, bro?
Well, it's something.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
The reason I asked this is because at work the other day, I was like, man, like,
yeah,
my knees hurt. I'm getting old. My one of my foremen, he was like, how old are you? You're 21, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, you're not old.
Yeah.
He was like, you're not old. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm hurting, man. Like I did football, wrestling. Like, those are really hard on your knees. I was quarterback, and our O-line was absolute just not very well.
Yeah.
And so I got hit a lot.
Don't doubt it, bro. This is physical. This is like the most physical sport.
Central Catholic going against Clackamas. The hardest I ever been hit was against Clackamas. I'll never forget his number 42 on Clackamas my senior year. Absolutely lit me up. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even see him coming. Yeah. But wrestling too, it's just like that's wear and tear on your body. I mean, I know I was young and I know I'm still young, but my knees are older than they look.
For sure. Oh yeah. And so, like, I can agree with that with basketball. My knees will click now. Like, if I stand up, it's like if it's a quiet enough room, that's all that you'll hear when I get up. Is like,
bro, no, you know you're getting old when you wake up to your knees popping. Like the other day, I woke up because my knees popped while I was sleeping.
I like my knees popping though.
Yeah,
you ever walk on your knees, have you ever gotten down on your knees, and like maybe took some, and it pops on the floor? I'm talking about
like walking on your knees,
like walking on your knees. Yeah. I bet you if I got down on my knees right now, like it would probably pop. I don't want to. I bet you it probably happened. But yeah, I like when my knees pop. It feels good. I think it's all the jumping and landing. Because I'm kind of strictly. Well, I did track. Doesn't really count as like a sport. I mean, it does, but like as far as consistency for me, contact maybe. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
And I did it for like one season. So basketball has been more consistent of a sport in my life. I wasn't saying it's not a sport. Cheerleading is not a sport. Basketball has been more of like a consistent sport for me that definitely is not good for your knees.
Yeah, that jumping and running around.
I've had to ice my knees. Shin splints. You ever had shin splints?
Oh yeah.
That's different type of pain right there. Different type of pain.
Oh yeah, thinking about them just.
Yeah, I was gonna wear Jordans today, but these are nice right there.
Thanks.
The fit is actually hard.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like it. It's good.
The fit go crazy too.
Oh, I appreciate it. Something like
got the Air Forces.
They're clean too.
Yeah,
they're clean. So we gotta show proof of these.
These are not very clean. I've had these
but they're
since,
good enough though. They're good.
I've had these since freshman year.
Gives it that character. You've had those since freshman year?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. What size are you?
Size 10.
Nice. There we go. It depends on the brand, I feel like, for me. Like, sometimes I could be like...
I mean, these honestly kind of fit a little bit big, I will say. Like, just the slightest bit. Yeah. But I honestly kind of like that because there's some room in there.
Yeah, these are a little, roomy as well. I like to have that, especially with playing basketball. I like to... With basketball shoes, I size up, like, half because I like to have, when I stop, like, really abruptly... to have the room in there, so it's not like a
just smashing.
Yeah, exactly. Having that room is important. What is yours
with football cleats too?
I was gonna say. I'm sure it's not very different. What is your tattoo? I was looking at that. I was trying to read it.
This is Romans 8:18, and I told you I wasn't religious earlier.
I thought that was some kind of religious text.
And my whole point of this, and not being religious is.
So what does it say first?
So it says, I consider the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us.
Oh, okay.
And it's the only tattoo I have. But the reason I got that is because the first ever time I had seen this verse, it like really, like, I don't know, it just like opened up my eyes to something, because I'd been in a dark place a lot of times, and I've always
has a lot of meaning behind it.
I've always had to just like tell myself that it's gonna get better, things are gonna get better, and like this is gonna be a little bit morbid,
all right, go ahead.
a little dark, but like the first time I tried to off myself, I was 13 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, and I had to go to the hospital, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's still like whenever I go to like the doctor or something, I could see my chart, and it still has it on there. Major depressive or chronic depression major episode or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty heavy.
Yeah, and it's depression had just been something I dealt with like ever since like middle school and on, and it's on and off, and just
that's good though that you kind of recognize, and then also you're almost providing yourself some kind of a, not an escape, but more of a solution, I guess. You know, so I think that's exactly where you should be in that space, you know. But dang, dude, that's heavy stuff. That's crazy.
It's just been like this on and off thing, you know. Like, and that's just how it is, you know. You're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. Some days are still gonna be just a struggle to get through, but you're gonna get through it. And that's what I tell myself, and that's why, because technically, like, if you put down or if like you, like, theoretically there shouldn't be quotes on this, right? Because it's a verse from a book. It's not somebody speaking, but the reason I put quotations around it, like I specifically told, I was like, because he wasn't going to put the quotation, I was like, can you add some quotation marks? It's because this is something that like I say to myself. And so that's what the quotation marks are for. And just being at rock bottom, and rock bottom is different for everybody, and at different points of your life. Like rock bottom at 13 is a lot different than rock bottom at 27, but rock bottom is rock bottom, and I felt how I felt, and
for sure,
it just it got better, and it got worse. It's like I said, it's an up and down slope, but that's just kind of what life is. And
life is kind of things come in waves, and you're here to experience it pretty much. Like positive and negative, really. But that's a good way to navigate the negative and the storms that, you know, come, because it is like a storm, really. It's like it'll come, and it will, you know, hopefully pass, right? And in the moment, in the eye of the storm, you're like, I hope this can pass. Assuming that you have the right environment, the right solutions and keys. I think they're like kind of keys that unlock doors, you know what I mean? If you have the right key for yourself to get out of that room, or I'm using a lot of analogies right now, but like, I think it's helpful to have, you know, something like that. But so you're not religious in, like, I guess what do you mean by it? Like, because that's I'm not religious, right? That's a
meaning I don't restrain myself to Christianity or Islam.
Okay, I see. You're not like committing your life to.
I'm not a devoted.
I see.
Religious person.
It's
if that
really,
makes sense.
I see what you're saying. It's interesting too, because to think about like devoting yourself to a religion, like, because believing, it's like, I believe in God, right? Someone saying that. Someone saying that, it's kind of I think it's so much deeper than that, because if you believe that Jesus Christ went and he was God and died on the cross for these reasons, if you truly believe that, then like to follow and practice exactly what that says is like, it's impossible, right? It's impossible to be that perfect as a person. I mean, you're trying to, obviously, but, you know, like, so what does that mean by, like, what do you mean by believe? You know what I mean? Like, it's such a deeper thing than just, I believe that this happened, right? Like, it's so much deeper than that. specifically with that. I think religion in general. I've had an interesting relationship with it too. It's like my dad's pretty Christian. Not so much my mom's side, definitely more on my dad's side though. So I have two of both like these worlds that are. My mom's not an atheist, but hasn't really. I mean, she has been to church on like Christmas Eve or whatever, or Easter. So I've seen both kind of sides of the pendulum. Is that the right word? Or the spectrum?
What is a pendulum? Yeah, a pendulum is like something that swings.
Yeah.
So
I guess
this side,
in my analogy that works.
Yeah. That totally works.
No. Okay. Sometimes words just come in my head. But yeah, I've seen both sides of the spectrum, and I'm like, I mean, we all wrestle with it. Even the ones that are devoted Christians. Like, I think even like my uncle, he's a really like, he tries to follow to the best he can, but also have patience for and respect for those who don't. And he's like someone I really look up to. Just, you know, the way he's lived his life, his relationships, his career, like it's all been very good. Like, and he appreciates it a lot. And I forgot what I was going at. So he's someone to look up to. And bro, I forgot my point again. This keeps happening, bro. Anyways, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's like bowling a little bit. Like, I think it sets those railings up when you have something like, kind of these rules that you're following, for lack of a better term, I guess. Like, let's say in Christianity, because he's a Christian. I think it kind of supports your bowling ball going through the lane of life. You know what I mean? Like, for him, it's done a really good job looking at the rest of the family and how, like, they've all lived and how things have, like, maybe, like, people struggle with alcohol or some kind of addiction, right? I think it can be an answer, and he's followed it kind of, like, as square as I know anyone else to have followed it.
Yeah.
But, so, I mean, I look up to him, and so, yeah, we all wrestle with it. It's kind of hard to, I don't know. I don't think anyone like deserves to go to heaven either. You know what I mean? Like, everyone is kind of falling short. Yeah. According to the bar. Yeah. Like, of Jesus. Like, everyone is falling short. Like, there's not one person that's like, you know,
just pure,
perfect.
There's no pure.
It's so-called perfect. And so it's like, it's interesting when, you know, you have all these churches, you know, like, kind of using it for evil. I feel like a lot of, especially like westernized Christianity in America, like, have justified it for things like slavery, or almost like you can argue a lot of bad things. Like, you can take things out of context, be like, okay, the Bible says we need to do this, right? And that's like not what it means, but they're using it for evil. I think that can give Christianity a bad taste in other people's mouths. Yeah,
it's just like the homophobia that comes.
Homophobia. That's what I was looking for. It's interesting because, you know, if you truly believe this happened, then like, are you going to go against these? I guess like more. Maybe values is a better word, that you have for other people, or does that maybe, like, I think it takes it's a lot deeper. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much depth to religions, but, you know, I think we all wrestle with it. It's even those that are like that are gay or that are part of like the LGBTQ community. Like, I know gay Christians, like devoted gay Christians, and it's. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's just like, what it boils down to is I don't understand why you have to let it affect you. As a Christian, like, you're entitled to your beliefs. Nobody's saying you're not. Right. But when it comes to like straight up homophobia, and I'm not talking about like no men in or no biological men in women's sports. I'm not talking about that because that's a whole other issue in itself. I don't believe there should be biological men in women's sports. It's
that's a slippery slope. Isn't it? Once you start getting into that territory, it's kind of like there's new things, new issues to rise, and it's a slippery slope overall. I think I can agree with you.
They should make a separate like a league, If
I completely agree.
Yeah, that's
I completely agree with you on that. And yeah, with the straight up like homophobia, I guess what you're talking about, like if you're following it almost 1-to-1, like, right, you're like, okay, the Bible says this, so you shouldn't do that, right? The Bible also says you shouldn't judge people.
Yeah.
And it's a big one, right? Mm-hmm. Don't judge others, because if Jesus were in your position, he wouldn't be going, oh no, you can't do that, you shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be content and like calm and just respectful to everyone, as he was, right?
To each their own, and just because you believe in this doesn't mean this person has to.
Because we were given free will, right?
Yeah.
According to the Bible, it's like God is like, all right, I'm gonna let you decide. Mm-hmm. Is what I mean. Assuming that you're a Christian, like following these rules that are set, you're not the one to put them in place. I mean, you are encouraged very much to spread positivity about the Bible and God, but you're not supposed to punish others for not doing that.
Who are you to judge?
Yeah.
Who are you to judge?
I'll be judging hella, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a judgmental person.
But like,
and it's hard not to be. But I mean, at the end,
that's just natural human instinct is to judge, and because as humans, we're all constantly kind of just comparing ourselves. Everybody's comparing themselves to everybody, and so that's where judgment comes from, and it's natural. But when you let that judgment turn into, okay, I'm gonna treat you a certain way and act differently toward you because of what I'm judging you for, and obviously, if depending on what you're judging them for, maybe it's warranted, sure. Maybe it's not. Yeah. But when it comes to like,
and see, even that, right? You're saying even if it's warranted, right? That's up to your judgment, right? So that's even you're doing it. Whatever you think.
Yeah. And I mean, it
is so it's so complex. It's really complex. But I guess what I was saying, I looked at my uncle because like he's not that one he doesn't go out and draw a line in the sand and be like, I'm not going to talk to you because you're this type of person. I'm not going to judge. He's like, I'm not going to judge you. I have what I believe. I have my values, and here are my morals, and I encourage you to be like the best person you can be. That's like he does it he's so positively oriented that it's like it really gives me a better like, okay, that's what it should be. Mm-hmm. Not what they did to justify slavery or justify homophobia or justify whatever that they do. I mean, scamming. There's churches like, buy land in heaven, just give us money, right? And it's like, have you heard of that?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing? That's insane. Yeah. There's no way you're preaching that.
You're
and then
a scammer.
Yeah. And then like assuming that this church is doing the right thing. Like, what? Yeah. I don't know. I also don't like how many denominations there are. Why are there so many denominations of the same? Do they all agree? Do they all disagree?
And that's another thing is like, that's why I can't like devote myself to a religion, because there's so many different religions. So it's like, how could you fully wholeheartedly believe in this religion when they're saying it was like this over there? For sure. And that's what they believe in. So
I've wrestled with that one a lot too. It's just like there's so many. Do you know like I can't remember his last name. It's Cliff something. Clifford
the Big Red Dog.
He was on he went on like Logan Paul's podcast or something. I can't remember, him and his son, and they're like really big like apologists, and like I can't remember exactly what. I don't even know if they have a denomination. I think they just like consider themselves followers of Jesus or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so Logan Paul was talking about that, and their answer was that Christianity is I guess following Jesus, I'll say, because religion is, I don't like the word religion. I think that following Jesus is a better term for it,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, because then you kind of cut out all the like the gray area, right? You're just making it black and white, right? I'm following this guy.
Yeah.
And they're saying that that's the only one with like evidence, like historical evidence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus is like the only character that that appears in other religions, like Buddhism, and that they have talked about, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was really interesting. I'm not saying I'm a devoted Christian. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm wrestling with it.
Yeah.
And I love to think about it because it's like, what is capital T truth? I think we're talking about that earlier. Just kind of talking with new people and seeing what they think and like, just, I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's, I do like that term, following Jesus, and I don't know. It's just really,
I just like that because
really
it
hard.
kind of cuts out, like I said, the gray area of all the taking and twisting of certain things to your liking. So I don't know. I thought that was interesting. What do you think is harder, being a man or being an artist?
being a man or being an artist?
Yeah. I thought that might have been a good question, so I wrote it down.
Define man.
Well, I guess that is technically subjective. So I think that we might fall under similar definitions. I guess showing up, right, being that kind of rock for people, I think that's a part of being. I don't think that you expect your fiance to be like necessarily the rock of the family, right? Like, or that's not saying she's not strong, right? I'm sure she's very like strong, independent person. Like otherwise you wouldn't have picked her to be, your fiance, mother of your daughter. Like similar to what I'm like with my girlfriend. Like we've had tremendous amounts of talk about like I guess roles.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't think that roles matter, I guess, but this is another controversial thing, I guess. But this plays into roles.
Yeah,
but
no, for sure.
I think that roles do matter because it's that yin and the yang. You kind of need someone for this and someone for that. And I think if you're the father, you have certain things that you should attend to, and if you're a mother, like better at nurturing, you're better at caring for and giving compassion to.
Yeah,
that's what what I mean. That so it's interesting for me because I'm not a dad. You are though, so It's like you have, I guess, a better idea of what that looks like in fatherhood. That's why I wanted to ask you, I guess, because being an artist it can be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's also subjective. What does it mean to be an artist?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. This is a tough question to explain. I feel like maybe being a man is like, man, I don't know. I don't even like.
Well,
what is it harder doing, being an artist or being a man? This has to be a good question, bro. Come on.
So,
what do you? Let's dig into it together.
So, kind of how I'm receiving this question is.
Help me out. You're just like staring at me in the dark, just like watching me struggle, bro.
So really, the first thing that instantly, like, when we're talking about being a man, one of the first things that kind of jumps to mind is, just like my own personal experience being a father so far, and like even like as of late, like my daughter's a toddler now, and it's just a different phase where she understands who is who. She understands I'm dad. She understands mom is mom. And so like when she's crying and sad, she does not want me. She does not want me. She'll go reach for mama and hug and expect that comfort and nurturing. But like when she wants to play, and I'm there. you know?
See.
So I feel like it's tough because kind of being a man is changing. It's I mean, it's always changing. Everything always around you is changing. But if we're specifically talking about being a man, it's just changed a lot. Like 60 years ago, you look at what a man was, and a man was someone who, and I'm not saying everybody, I don't want to classify every single person and every single man into one, but your average man thought he owned his wife and thought that, you know, they were just there to be that nurturer, that support, and that they didn't have to deal with any of the emotions or deal with any of the.
It was less of a relationship there.
Yeah, it was more of a role thing back then, and I know roles are important, but back then it was more so just like, this is your role, this is my role, and this is my house, and you got my last name. Yeah. So now when you look at today, I feel like men, and I feel like Gen Z fathers are really gonna be a great generation of fathers who are there and stick around and are able to talk about their emotions and mental health. So I feel like when we look at fathers and men another 60 years from now, it's going to look a lot different than it is now.
Maybe it'll go around in a circle almost. Have you heard the
history repeats
quote?
itself?
Oh, history repeats itself. Have you heard the quote? I'm trying to remember what it is, but it was like, it's like hard times create strong men, and strong men create easy times, but easy times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. And so it's like this cycle almost. You know? Do you think maybe it might circle around? I'm not saying that we're gonna go back to, you know, taking women's rights away or whatever, but I'm saying, like, as far as what the role of manhood looks like. And we're all talking about manhood because we're like, that's what we are, right? So I think people might be like, oh, what about women, right? But like, there's no woman here. Like, we got two men talking to each other out here.
Like, I mean,
I just wanted to, like, because I was like, okay, I'm trying to look into the future of what people might think of hearing these ideas, I guess. Anyways, what do you think about that quote? Do you think that can you see that being like, I guess, what do you think about that quote in general, I guess? I heard that and I thought that was interesting.
That's a deep one. I feel like it holds a lot of truth, but also I feel like where it could be flawed, I guess, is, you know, it's getting to a point now where men are able to talk about their feelings and their mental health, and, you know, there's still problems with like men's mental health and the suicide rates with that, I think we're trending in a good direction. I do.
Oh, for sure.
I do think we are.
I agree.
And I just feel like it all stems from like kind of us like waking up and seeing the world for what it is. I feel like a lot of people underestimate Gen Z, but I think we are like, well, it's once again, there's a lots of different kind of people out there.
Yeah.
But
I think
maybe
what they do is like, I think the biggest judgments come from like these older generations will simulate us going through what they went through, and obviously these are very two different points in time.
Yeah.
To where they are not the same. Mm-hmm. But, and we're simulating them going through what we are going through. And it's like, it's two completely different things, right? Mm-hmm. Two completely different sets of problems and worlds. If you think about it, like, we have to deal with, like, social, sounds stupid, but, like, we have to deal with people on social media. Like, I mean, we don't have to deal with it, yes, but, like, it's kind of impossible to avoid it, you know? Like,
I mean, unless you just completely disconnect yourself.
But that's a big commitment to make. Like, when everyone else, did you see this? Did you see what happened here?
Yeah.
Like, everything's online. Everything's on your phone. You know, you kind of have to have a phone to, even for work. I was like, you know, obviously work at Dutch Bros. It's not that important of a job, but, like, I need my phone to look at my schedule because there's no physical schedules.
Yeah.
What am I going to, I'm going to go out of my way to get rid of my phone. Now I can't, like, you know, I can't text anyone. I can't call my boss. I can't look at my schedule. My dog's trying to get in.
Hear that?
And it's like, I kind of need it.
Yeah.
Especially to get, like, it's in getting in touch with family and, you know, everything. Literally everything is in your phone and online.
Yeah.
Almost. So it's kind of hard to avoid it.
Yeah. I mean, my mom was a millennial. My dad is just barely Gen X. And neither of them have social media at all. They used to do the Facebook thing and, like, MySpace back in their day.
Yeah.
But no, they completely don't have social media, and it's really hard to talk about some stuff that's going on because they just haven't been exposed to it. My dad is a little bit more online, like just going around like Yahoo reading articles and stuff. Like, it's just still crazy to see that kind of disconnect they have just simply from not being on social media. And I'm not saying social media is only a bad thing. I think it's great for being able to connect with people and network and keep a long distance, like, friendship, relationship, whatever. But also, it's kind of just, it's taken over. And I feel like our age group of Gen Z, because you have some Gen Z that are quite a bit younger than us. Yeah. And then you have some that are quite a bit older. Like, I think the oldest Gen Zs are, like, almost 30 now, like 28, 27.
I didn't know it.
I don't know what the specific like cutoff is or whatnot, but I think maybe 97, 96.
Okay. Dang.
It's like
goes pretty far back.
So yeah, something like that. But getting anyways,
old,
yeah.
It's crazy.
Man.
That's pretty crazy.
Anyways, I feel like our age group specifically had the perfect balance. Like, if you look back into, like, the late 2000s, early 2010s, it was the perfect balance between tech and, like, social media and like actual real life human interaction, to whereas where now everything is just phone, digital, everything. And like, we really were like some of the last people to get to experience what life was like before social media. It's so crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's crazy. Social media, it can be a good thing, like you said, with the connection to the network. And I mean, I think it's like it can also do obviously really bad too. I think I'd blame, because the divorce rate, for example, I would blame Instagram almost for the divorce rates being so high. Because I think, like, guys will have too much of a wandering eye, and seeing so many, like, Instagram is pretty close to, like, a dating app. If you think about it, especially if you just have people on there. No, like, I got memes on mine, so I'm chill. But I think that kind of can really ruin relationships, I think, because of the wandering eye and your consumption of just, like, almost whatever you want at your hands. Same with porn, I think. Porn's a big one. Like, that's something, like, even I had struggled with. And it's like, that's such a hard, like, I don't know. It's like, it obviously depends. You have a relationship with everything. I don't think it's very helpful to have in your life. I think it kind of can destroy your brain a little bit. Yeah. Not a little bit. I think it will destroy your brain.
Yes.
But yeah, so I blame I could blame that on the divorce rates being so high. I think it's like 54% now, which is pretty high. It's like you're more likely to get divorced. Like, so you're about to get married. Mm-hmm. You're more likely to get divorced than you guys stay together. I'm not saying you are, but like the numbers are, and they're only increasing. Mm-hmm. Like that's crazy. I'm sure there's a lot of factors to it, but I'm just kind of generalizing here. Like,
I think it just kind of has to do with not being able to communicate with each other. Like, and you know, that sounds like oh yeah, duh, obviously, mm-hmm. but it's so abstract. Yeah, like the idea of being able to communicate. Like, it sounds so clear cut. Like, just communicate. Right. But there's so many different ways to communicate. Not just with the conversation, but with actions, with body language, with everything that you do is mm-hmm. a form of communication. So.
Language is only 30% of our communication.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's actually really insane.
Yeah.
But, like, me and Jocelyn have had so many great conversations just about, like, how to deal with a problem. Even, like, if
right.
Like, even if we hadn't, like, before we had even ever gotten into an argument, like, we would have these conversations, and I feel like that's just so important to have, is to talk about it and know that everything is against you, against you guys. And not to say you should live your life like just like thinking everything is against you, but like nothing is really gonna help you except you. So mm-hmm. I feel like being able to just communicate in a healthy way has been so beneficial for us in our relationship.
I think it needs to happen, right? Like, communication, you got to be effective at that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things Jocelyn has told me that she was really attracted to, was how mm-hmm. I was able to communicate and talk about my feelings and emotions.
I'm falling in love. Like, I can only imagine, bro.
I mean, I can get another ring, but nah.
That's for off camera. We can talk about that later.
Yeah,
you know?
we'll I have to cut that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that. Don't worry.
But so yeah, we, like, I'm not gonna say we haven't argued and we haven't like raised our voice at each other, but at the same time, when I like take, for example, like my like prior like relationship, it was just not healthy in mm-hmm. how we were communicated from each other, and that's something that I like learned so much from was my previous relationship. It was so bad, it was so toxic, both ends, and it really made me realize that I don't want that.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
I really had to do a lot of just self-reflection and mm-hmm. really look myself in the mirror and realize that I know I'm not going to be perfect, but what am I going to do about that, you know? Because that's such a huge thing, is everybody's going to make mistakes. You're going to get in arguments in every single relationship, any marriage. You're going to get in an argument. You're going to mm-hmm. fight, and there's going to be times where you're going to yell at each other. Mm-hmm. But then what? Yeah. That's the biggest thing of all. And so, like, me and Jocelyn, we like hardly ever have mm-hmm. like yelled at each other, raised our voice, but there's been just like a couple select times, and afterward we were just able to talk about it civilly and mm-hmm. apologize for the parts that both of us took in it and move forward. It's number one, just keep moving forward. And not to say just like bury your feelings, but mm-hmm. that's not what we did. We talked about our feelings and how we felt. Yeah. It takes a lot of emotional intelligence to make a marriage work, and I feel like that's why divorce rates are going up. It's because people kind of just
I agree.
aren't emotionally intelligent, or a lot of people.
For sure.
That's why I think fathers are going to get better, because I do think I think we are trending in a direction where like emotional intelligence is going to be like one of the most important traits.
Yeah,
or I mean, I think I already think it is.
It is,
but
it is for sure.
But I think a lot more people are coming to that realization.
Yeah, especially as a man, you should be able to have that. I think emotional intelligence as a guy is so important. Like, I think girls are already like, they're good at that. They're good at kind of knowing what they're feeling and being more in tune with their emotions. Just because it's been like that's what they're good at. Like, and then also like for whatever societal or cultural perspectives on it, like men just don't. So they choose that it's the more masculine thing to not talk about how I feel about a certain situation.
Yeah.
So it's important to know how to effectively communicate that.
That's where there's a lot of different factors, as we kind of talked about earlier with my dad and our relationship. But that was another big thing for us. Was I was trying so hard to like pour my heart on the freaking table and like really tell him like how I'm feeling, whether like I was like wrong about like, or like if I messed up or in something, and it was just like, I should be getting disciplined, but like I tried so hard to just like pour my heart out and get him to just talk to me about certain things that I was feeling, and he would just like shut me down. And there's two ways you can go about it. You can let yourself be shut down, or you can tell yourself that no, I'm not gonna like just shut my feelings down. So that's something that kind of caused that strain, and that's also that stubbornness in me. Is like, if I'm feeling this way, I want to talk. Like, let's talk about it. Like, I can remember so many times I was like, please, can we just talk about it? Please, can we talk about it? And there was just a lot of that. Yeah,
you're also saying you love to debate too. So it's like, or you love to like argue, or
I love
whatever you want to call it.
I love to debate.
Debating is such a fun thing. It's
it is.
So I mean,
I had a 6.5 hour FaceTime call with my mom, debating gun control.
Really?
And immigration. Yeah.
What is? You want to get in it?
I mean, if you want. How political do you want things to get?
Yeah, we've been pretty profound this whole time. I think this has been like a pretty like philosophical, grand scheme podcast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like maybe a more microscopic thing to talk about, but like we've been like freaking.
We're going deep.
I know, we're cutting deep with it.
I told you I had a lot to say.
I know. Yeah, no, keep going, bro. Wait, let me check time.
6 hours.
Yeah. So we're doing good. We can keep going.
Hell
I don't mind. You could just call whenever you want. We can go for another hour if you want. I'm down.
I'm down for whatever.
I don't even know, bro. You gonna keep going with the philosophical stuff?
I mean,
is there anything you want to like more microscopic? I guess, because that's 2 hours of some bangers right there.
Yeah, it is.
We had some good ones. I'm happy. I'm happy with those.
Something, maybe, I guess.
You could just start, and then I'll try to riff off of you with whatever ideas.
So, I really feel like I grew up like being told, like, I mean, we talked about this. We dabbled in this a little bit earlier. We were eating our food, but like growing up being told how to feel about what's going on in this world is something that is a huge epidemic, and it's only expanding. Like the amount of people who will see a 6-second clip of somebody saying something and have the complete disability to actually go look up what that person was actually saying, and just critical thinking is being lost.
Critical thinking and thinking for yourself is a big ability that not a lot of people are able to have. No matter what stance you're taking, a lot of people can't think for themselves, especially because we have so many other people expressing their opinions, and they're like, it's almost impossible, especially when you're at that level of consumption. It's like the people that watch too much news. You're like, they are not going to think for themselves, bro. Like, they are going to relay whatever they just heard. Without any kind of skepticism, which that's an important skill to have. And that's like the first step into thinking for yourself, is being skeptical of what you're being told,
Exactly.
And I think we gotta, that's something like I try to teach myself. I'm like, so whenever I feel like I get some information that could, whatever it is, I'm kind of skeptical of what this is and like how reliable, no matter what it is. So I try my hardest to kind of be as like moderate as possible, but it's hard. There's so many different angles and perspectives,
Yeah, and see, that's why.
And being shaken by certain things too. It's easy for people to get. This is emotional intelligence though too. Mm-hmm. Being in tune with how you feel about certain,
Yeah. And I feel like that's why it's so hard for me to like pick a side politically, because I don't know why there are there only two sides to pick from, realistically? Like there's two sides. You're either a Democrat or you're a Republican.
Those are the two big ones, right? Red or blue.
Yeah. So I don't like.
It's not as black and white as that, right? There's so much depth to it.
I remember being in high school in my U.S. government class, and our teacher, we were like doing this like political party thing, and we all had to like pick a political party and like research them, and I was like, I don't want to pick, and because I guess we read about them, or they went through this whole like slideshow thing about like kind of what beliefs each political party has, and I was like, wait, I kind of agree with that, but I also agree with that,
right,
and that, I disagree with that, I disagree with that. So wait, I like that, that, and I didn't want to pick a side, but they were like trying to like make us pick, and I don't get it.
Yeah.
And my whole life I grew up, I thought I was a Democrat, like my whole family pretty much was Democrats, and like my uncle, he's running for city council in Tacoma.
Really?
For he's a Democrat. Cool. And it's just I don't get the whole side thing.
It's weird because I think that there's one, like, I think in my opinion, this is a pretty obvious, not obvious, this is like it's a contradiction almost. I think, I'll be specific with it. I think that, those that want, wait, let me think about it real quick. And how I go about it, I guess. Because this is literally political.
It's hard because somebody could take a 6-second clip from this and boom.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
So
you want to be
selective.
Careful. But I think that let's take like a gun control, right? So let's make it, like there are those that are like, I want to make it illegal to own a gun, right? Like, and that's a pretty radical side. I think another, like, and then we'll go with abortions, right? But make abortions illegal, right? So that's Republican. Mm-hmm. I want to make, sorry, I'm getting it twisted. Let's make guns illegal, but keep. Wait, why am I getting these mixed up?
So Republicans are.
No, I know what it is. I'm trying to come up with my my contradiction. Republicans are keep guns, make abortions illegal, right? Mm-hmm. But that's a contradiction. Same, flip it.
Because both are lives taken.
Yes, and if you make one of them, if you make it illegal, it's gonna happen illegally.
Yep.
Right. So, same with guns, right? Abortions. That's their big argument. It's like you make abortions illegal, it's going to happen illegally. So you're not stopping it. That's the same thing with guns, that they're kind of contradicting themselves, both parties.
Yeah.
And because you want one illegal, assuming it's not going to happen illegally. But guns, if you make them all illegal and you can't own a gun, they will still be going around illegally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with abortion. It's like, that's the contradiction that's on. I don't know why it was so hard for me to wrap my mind around that. I was like trying to articulate it, but
yeah.
Anyways, which side were you on with the gun control thing? I'm curious. I don't want to like.
No, I'll be open about this.
Yeah. You'll be open, Carrie, about this.
I am a pro-gun individual, and like I understand that there's a lot of murders there, but murderers are gonna murder people with or without a gun.
It's kind of like saying we should get rid of cars to prevent car accidents.
Right. And one could argue, well, cars aren't made to harm, to kill people, and it's accidents. Well, actually, the highest leading cause of gun deaths isn't murder; it's accidental discharge from the gun. So, if we want to prevent gun deaths, let's not ban them per se. Let's maybe require a little bit extra.
Maybe training too.
To own a gun. And where it gets pretty like sticky with the gun control thing and trying to make it harder to get a gun, which I do think there's certain areas they
for sure
definitely can make it harder and should maybe to get a gun. But then you really like, what if? And this is a Charlie Kirk example, but one of the examples he said, I was like, dang, that's actually like a really good point. And it was, he said, what if a lady is scared for her life, she's being threatened by somebody, and the cops aren't doing anything about it, she should be able to go get a gun that day to protect herself.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, what if you have to wait like
that's a good
3 months for them to do the most extensive background check, and I'm not saying they shouldn't be doing background checks, but what if you have to wait and now it's too late?
We should have a more effective system with it. Unlike, getting a driver's license, right? Where that reasonably can take it's a process to go get an appointment at the DMV to go take your test and do all this for protocol. I think that going to buy a gun is completely different than, in a lot of ways, it's completely different from getting your license. Like getting your license for a gun or registration for a gun. You do it for different reasons, I guess. Like you're saying with if someone's scared for their life, I should be able to go get one right now, get the tests done effectively with proper protocol and procedure, and now I'm fine.
And
I think we could make the DMV actually probably better. Now that I think about that, never mind. The DMV needs some work for sure, dude.
Please, yes.
Because
why is it such a hassle to do anything? Anything at the DMV?
Saying, dude? This is
Let's make DMVs easier and maybe gun
more
control
fun too.
a little bit more strict.
I think DMVs need more like fun too. Encourage people to go work there that want to work there. Like
right.
There's a lot of jobs that isn't it weird how some people work at the DMV? Like some people really
like that's
wake
their
up
career.
And go 9 to 5 at the DMV.
How do you even just
what do you do in your free time? I don't trust those. I don't trust a DMV worker.
What do they do? I mean,
what would you? I don't know. Dude, I have no idea.
You wake up, you go to the DMV
all day.
You work,
and
then you go home, bro. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I'm not a. We need to make this DMV experience a little bit better to encourage people going to work there. Maybe that are happier to be there, and less I don't know. It's very it's very
monotone.
Yeah, monotone. Yeah, it's so weird. It feels like you're.
It's like walking into a Starbucks almost.
Yeah.
It's just you walk in and instantly
sure.
you can just tell that the workers hate their life.
Or even like a modern McDonald's. I feel like. Dude, the modern ones,
oh my gosh.
The direction they're going with it is crazy.
It's just another corporate building.
I know. It's so weird. Why are we going to this? Minimalism is cool if you do it right.
Yeah.
But not everyone doing it. Every single company going. Apple was one of the first to do the minimalism as a company, and that works for them because that's their thing.
Yeah.
But now you got every other company trying to follow in the footsteps. Google, it can work with Google. I could see that. It's a corporate company or whatever.
But like that makes sense. But like, why is McDonald's minimalistic?
Yeah. When McDonald's, have you seen the movie The Founder?
Yeah.
Good movie, first of all.
Arches.
Yes, yeah, the golden arch. Like, what happened to that? Literally, what happened to that, bro?
Like, yeah, that movie, like...
That's a good movie, huh?
Yeah, that movie, the first time I ever seen that movie was in my economics class, my senior year, I believe. They had us watch it.
Man, yeah, it's inspiring. It's also crazy. Like,
Michael Keaton plays a good dickhead, bro.
Oh my god, I know.
He's such a good dickhead actor.
He is a good actor, but he's a good dickhead. Yeah, he does a good job with it, and I think the casting for the brothers too, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked seeing them. I don't know I recognize the other guy from Parks and Recreation. I don't know the taller bald one though. I can't remember his name.
I've never seen Parks and Rec. So
really? You know what I'm talking
taller
about,
bald guy.
The guy with the glasses, he's like the more stubborn, maybe stern looking one with analytics, and the other one was kind of more compassionate.
Yeah.
I don't know that guy. I've never seen him before. But the other guy, you've never seen Parks and Rec? Have you seen The Office? Really?
Nah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Office.
not a TV show guy, though. I'm not saying that I'm a TV show guy.
I've never really tried to get into The Office.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I've never like sat and clicked on The Office and started watching it.
It's a good like comfort show to have on in the background.
That's how I feel about Friends.
Okay.
How do you feel about Friends?
I was just arguing with my girlfriend about this because I like to rage bait. That's like, especially her. Like that's one of my favorite.
I'm really convinced.
No, I know.
Because
I know we're just.
Bro, Jocelyn is always telling me, she's like, you need to stop rage baiting me so much. It's just so easy and it's so funny. And she falls for it every time.
Language, dude. That's just, it's so good. But I was like basically coming up with reasons of why Friends, not being serious, and she got so mad, bro. She walked out of the room.
Really?
I was like, over Friends? Are you serious? Like, anyways, basically the points I was making, I was like, oh, so that's a red flag, like, to like Friends. And she's like, why? And I'm like, that just means you're just a dull personality, I guess. Or I just started going in, and I was like, because some people will make it their personality to be
Friends?
like, which one do I resemble? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or like, also, I think it's too... I don't think. I was arguing in the sake of rage bait that it's too much of a comfort show. I was saying it's too comfortable. Like, that means you don't like taking risks in life or whatever. And I was just kind of going off of, I was just saying shit. I do think Friends, I mean, it's a cultural show, right? It objectively is a good show because of its influence on the rest of TV. Because it was the first to do that, like, what is another, like, what came first, I guess? What was a sitcom that came first? Was it Friends?
There was,
What was the first to do that? I guess there was, like, 1950s and stuff like that.
I feel like it was the first to do that kind of style of a sitcom. Because obviously you had, like, Fresh Prince. You had, there was a lot of great sitcoms from for the area. I can't even remember all the names of them, but like the one with Urkel, obviously.
Yeah.
Then there was Different Strokes, where there's the infamous "What you talking about, Willis?"
Yeah.
What you talking about, Willis?
So yeah, the cultural language behind even Friends, right?
Yeah.
I think there's like I'm trying to ask ChatGPT how Friends was influential right now. Do you use ChatGPT?
Oh yeah. It's bro.
It's a good tool.
It's so helpful.
If you use it right,
so
dude,
helpful.
It can save you time like crazy. And it really kind of like gives you... So like ChatGPT versus Google for me, I'm like, if I want to know a specific thing about an issue, instead of going and looking that up on Google and then having to search through articles to try to find something about what I want to see.
Yeah.
Not what I want to see, but like what I want to know the information on. ChatGPT will go and do it itself in like a second and then be like, all right, here's what you're looking for. This is the information right here. And
just the simple fact that you can literally have ChatGPT do anything. Anything. Yeah. And obviously that's a blessing and a curse for how some people will use it. But for a creative like us, being able to, utilize AI to help maybe come up with some ideas or just brainstorm titles, just be able to the possibilities of it are just like endless, because
for sure
you could literally ask ChatGPT, hey, I want to start a podcast. What is the most effective way to go about this?
Yes.
Like literally just something as simple as that.
And it will go research and do it itself and be like, all right, based off of what I got off the internet, here's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it gives you a pretty reasonable, like, level-headed answer to it too. And you're like, all right, if you follow this, it probably would work. Like,
yeah.
And AI has hit too close to home for me because I do obviously the Bob Ross stuff, and maybe it's not. I think it's sometimes it could be silly or stupid or whatever. However you want to.
Masterpiece. Literal masterpiece.
Right,
if y'all ain't seen this guy's Bob Ross videos, then you are missing out.
I have some in the vault too. I'm trying to like edit and put together, and got some really good ideas coming. But so I was scrolling on TikTok, and AI literally revived Bob Ross from the dead, and literally put him back in his chair, painting like memeable stuff, and I'm like, that's my whole thing. Like that was my idea, bruh. And AI is doing it better and at a degree that I can't really. It's hard for me to compete with. Not that I can't, but like I think I can offer a little bit more if I put more heart into it and more like more work into it, I guess. Like AI is only capable of doing maybe like a 10-second clip right now, and that's all I've seen. But it's pretty good. But
it's getting crazy out here.
I know.
It's
I have
insane.
I have the time on it. I can do maybe a minute.
Was it a
2
Sora
minutes.
video?
I don't know. Maybe. But like they're hilarious and I hate it. It like buzzkilled my whole vibe. I was like, are you serious, bro? Like I had to kind of revive the purpose behind it for me and find new things to like, I don't know, make it more human. So the fact that like I guess I needed to find more purpose in it.
Yeah.
And I believe that I'm coming across something that's helping me keep going that AI hasn't thought of. And I have proof that I did this before AI too. It's up on the internet like months ago. Literally I've been doing this for months. But basically that killed my mojo seeing that over and over and over because it's a lot. There's a lot of them. Once you get into it, there's a lot of them. And so I had to kind of redefine what I wanted to do with it. And I think that helped. But dude, I was like, are you serious, bro? Like this AI is stupid.
Yeah.
But that's the only issue I've really had with it, and I thought it's entertaining. But the fact that it's entertaining to me, and obviously others, because it was like they were getting some clicks. That means I have a good idea.
Yeah.
And I gotta keep going with it. It's like when you're like miners, it's called like a vein. When you're in a mine, you're looking for your ore and you struck it. It's like, oh, I found a vein. I think I found a vein. In my little cave. I've been playing Minecraft a lot. So.
Dude, we gotta play. I've been wanting to hop back on Minecraft, but
I'm down.
I don't got nobody to play with. My
really?
friends literally last weekend were like, "Yeah, let's all download Minecraft. Hop on." Yeah, I downloaded it. Nobody hopped on. Bro, literally nobody.
So
they just been stuck on 2K.
See, I've kind of burnt out of 2K a little bit. I love 2K.
Me too.
I'd rather go play basketball in real life at this point, though. I'm like, man, if I'm a hoop, I'm a hoop.
Yeah.
But Minecraft is something you can't just replicate in real life. It's a different feeling you get.
I mean, have you seen the Minecraft movie though?
No, of course I have.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I need to see it.
That's insane. That's pretty crazy.
Is it actually like good? I mean, I know it's like gonna be cringy. It's a children's movie.
As long as you go into it with that, you'll enjoy it. I promise.
Really?
Yeah. There's no there's no gray area. There's no like weird political messaging behind anything.
It's just
It's a cut and dry Minecraft movie. It's like what you'd want out of it.
Hell yeah!
And they did their thing, and I appreciated it a lot.
The only thing that I can say how I feel about it, obviously because I haven't seen it, is I think some of the special effects look a little weird from some of the clips I've seen.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks a little off-putting it's at some
for sure
parts, but I mean, a live-action Minecraft.
They could have done the special. If you want to get analytical with it, which you can, I think that the special effects could have been done better as well. I mean, for what we were given, there's a sequel coming out too, so you better watch the first one.
Okay.
So
I gotta get up to date.
Bro, no, for real. And you have a child too.
Yeah.
This is the perfect opportunity. Let's go watch Minecraft. Like,
yeah,
bro, that's the fact that that's crazy to me. Like, why am I watching it and you're not? And I'm older than you. Oh my god, I'm not much older than you. The fact that you said that earlier was.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I just meant it like, because one of my foremen was like, you're only 21. I was like, well, my bones hurt. I woke up this morning because my knees popped. Yeah. Like, well, what age
I needed a ladder to get out of bed this morning.
Like what age do I unlock Unk? Like, when is that unlocked?
Dude, I was already called that. I was already
as a 23-year-old. 22.
Okay. Because I turned 23 end of September, so it's mid-September, whatever you want to call it.
Happy belated.
Appreciate it. Thank you. When's your birthday?
April 8th.
April. Swinging around.
Yeah.
It's coming around. Well, you got like 6 months.
Yeah, it's like literally like my half birthday, or just past my half birthday, I guess.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
That's crazy. Rolling. 22 in my T Swift era.
I know. Yeah.
That'll be a fun year. I feel like
I'm really appreciative with life because I've gotten like I've really felt the level up each year. I'm like, dang, like this is a good year, and it was like just gets better and better.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine for you too, because now you're having like, you have a kid. You're really getting it. Like you have a child. You have a family. Freaking soon to be wife. Like you have a wedding day coming. Like you got things on the horizon. I mean, not that I don't, but like you really like are putting these pieces in play. She's coming back from Mexico. Yeah, she just had her wedding actually.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Congrats!
Sure.
Congrats! What's your mom's name?
Sarah.
Congrats, Sarah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was a good wedding. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about that.
I went to my first wedding in a while, like in a long time, since I was probably like 14. In June, Jocelyn's cousin was getting married, and that made me, and not to say I wasn't excited already to be getting married, but that just made me so much more excited to be getting married.
Oh, it's such a cool time.
Just like everybody coming together.
Celebrating and you guys' like you guys, and what you have. It seems so cool.
I told my foreman at the time about that. Like I told him, I was like, yeah, that made me so much more excited to get.
Fly freaking followed us with the food carts. I know, for real.
But I had told my foreman about that. I was like, yeah, it made me so much more excited to get married. He was like, well, you guys already live together? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, being married doesn't change it. It's not going to change anything. I was like, that's not what I mean. It's like, it's just a piece of paper. I was like, no, the celebration.
It's really not.
I mean, and
a lot of people will say that
on paper it is, but
I mean, you get your tax benefits or whatever. But,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's more than a piece of paper. I think, especially
yeah.
I think it's
It's just like, I don't know, being able to, not to say we're not devoted and committed to each other, but
it really solidifies that, right?
Yeah,
you're like you're showing everyone. You're like these.
I can't wait to like call her my wife. Like I can't wait to when people like ask me about her or like I have to bring her up. I was like, oh yeah, my wife my wife. Like I can't wait to my wife.
It's cool. It sounds. It's like you're on another level. You're like on another playing field in life than these guys.
Yeah.
Which is really it's respectable for sure. So I don't know. How you feel about this podcast? You want to keep going?
I mean,
bro, we can do a part 2. We can do a part 2.
I feel like we definitely should run it back at some point.
I'm down. Oh, for sure. At some point. What do you mean?
Whatever.
You want to give it some breathing room or whatever?
I'm ready. I'm ready whenever. You know.
I'm just playing. I'm just thinking. Let me call my mom real quick and see what she has to say, and then we'll see. Oh. She's not gonna answer me.
Moms are literally the best at doing that.
Yeah, she knows. She is in San Francisco, so it's not like anything crazy is going down. She's at the airport. Yeah, I don't know. I wish I went to Mexico. You know what's crazy? She took her best friend and their family with them on their honeymoon. honeymoon. Like, bro, a honeymoon's supposed to be you and your wife, right? Yeah. Or you and my mom and her husband.
What's your dream honeymoon destination?
That's a good question. I want to have a destination wedding. I think that'd be really cool.
That would.
Like, maybe like Italy or something like that.
I would love to. I just feel like it would be so hard to do.
It'd be hard to do.
So hard to do and coordinate and
a lot of money.
Yeah, and
then you
expensive.
Also restricting people from getting there because not everyone has that money. And
yeah,
I think it'd be really. It's a cool idea. I'm gonna try to pursue it, but destination honeymoon, man. I'm gonna go. Dude, I don't know. There's so many places I want to go.
Yeah.
You go first.
So for me, I've never been to like a like tropical, like Caribbean kind of place. So like, I mean, it's kind of basic, but like something like the Bahamas. Maybe not the Bahamas,
There's
but
a
like
reason,
something like with that kind of climate.
Yeah,
like I've never felt a warm ocean in my life.
I mean, you say it's basic, but I mean, there's a reason that so many people do it. You know? Like it's got that atmosphere. It's got the it's got what you want.
Mm-hmm.
For a vacation spot. Man, I don't know. I think it'd be cool to like. I don't know. Maybe I just want too much. I was gonna say like I want to go like here and here and here and here and then like end in here. I think some people do that. Like they'll like fly to different spots for a couple days, like maybe a day here and then you fly.
Have like a 6-week honeymoon, just like traveling around Europe
that'd be
or something.
So cool.
That'd be
really
awesome.
Sick. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somewhere nice. Maybe like I want to go to Japan. I don't know if a honeymoon in Japan would be cool. Australia seems pretty cool. I don't want to say Hawaii. I think that's way too big. That's like
I've never been to Hawaii though, so
yes, but you can go at any point, right? Like you don't need a passport to go to Hawaii. That's something different. Like I think that's way too basic for a honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
So you got to go out of the country for sure. That's like rule number 1: out of the country.
And I mean, other than like flights, it'd be way cheaper to go to. Not Hawaii.
Yes.
It'd be way cheaper.
Yeah.
To go
I think it'd be more expensive to go to Canada.
Yeah.
No, probably not. Well, I wonder if anyone's gone to Canada for their honeymoon. Probably.
Just imagine going to just.
Yeah, like let's go to.
The only place I can name in Canada, I was gonna say, just imagine going and then insert like random Canadian province. I can't. But all I can think of is like Montreal, Toronto, and Vancouver.
I can't think of any others than that either, honestly. They have like some kind of like factory, right? They have like a cheese factory over there, or no? I'm thinking of the Tillamook cheese factory. I'm trying to think of what Canada has to offer.
Snow,
maple syrup,
nice people,
hockey. Yeah,
no guns.
No guns. Really? Is there? Oh, that's right. There's no guns over there, huh?
Free healthcare.
Free healthcare, but you can't say whatever you want.
There's no free speech.
Yeah.
There's
comedians over there that get fined.
Oh, dang.
Isn't that crazy? Because you use that for a job. You're trying to make people laugh, right?
Right.
So you have limitations. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah.
Imagine before every performance you got to read a rubric.
Yeah.
You can't say.
That'd be terrible. Because I've been doing stand-up comedy.
A syllabus.
Have you ever done stand-up comedy? I don't think.
Ever done or been?
Yeah, like done.
I've never done it.
Dude, I started doing that this year. It's terrifying.
Really?
Yes. Like I go to like the Helium Comedy Club in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Just open mic night and just it's one of the scariest feelings ever.
You making people laugh though?
Oh yeah, I got it. I mean,
Okay.
I'm too insecure to post any clips right now. I'm trying to get good. I'm trying to get better at writing the jokes and whatnot. Like, but man, going up and executing, I blinked on everything. I'm not too much of like a shy as like a public person either, like a public speaker. I think the difference is like I was comparing it to going up in front of the class to like present something. The difference between that is like you're not trying to make people laugh, I guess.
Yeah.
You're just kind of presenting a subject that's given to you.
And you're just trying to get a grade.
As a comedian, you're like you go up there with there is no bounds, like you're free to say whatever, right? Like so it's the limitations are it's crazy what like so you have to kind of control people's perception of you from the get-go. Like even how you're walking up to the mic matters, you know, like how much confidence you have in yourself and how you're carrying yourself.
You can't just be
It's like, yeah, you can't be like timid. Bro, I literally had to get out my phone and look at my notes because I couldn't remember. And I just, that was my first time I did it too. I was like, ooh, this is.
How long do you get up there?
It was like 3 to 5 minutes, I think.
Okay.
I probably secured the deal with, you know, like probably like 3 minutes.
Hell yeah.
So, it's tough because there's like a light that switches. It's like once it goes red, that means you need to wrap it up and get out. Which is stressful because you're like trying to get everything out, but you can't just get everything out. You want to like have the pauses. You need to have like cadence for people to laugh and like.
Yeah, I respect stand-up comedians so much because there's so much more to it than just telling jokes. Right. You got to have timing, the cadence, and just be able to really connect with the crowd.
It's tough, yeah, because you're not gonna get everyone laugh, and there's gonna be like some people out there that are maybe even heckle you. Those are, dude.
Did you have you been heckled at all?
No, I haven't. Oh, okay. I haven't, thankfully. I think it's because it's like obvious when people are out there trying new stuff and but like Matt Rife or something who's like really good at crowd work.
I love that guy,
bro. Okay, so I was just talking about this on the I just had a podcast with one of my friends, Hannah, and she's like, fuck Matt Rife, right? And I'm like, why? We just kind of started talking about it, and I was like, so why are you limiting like? So I went to go, Theo Vaughn. I went to one of his shows, and he was saying like some of the craziest stuff I've ever heard a comedian say. He's like, where should we have the next 9/11 and all this crazy, like, and so Matt Rife made a domestic violence joke, right? I looked into it, bruh. This is what they're mad at him for. Like, the whole thing with Matt Rife and all that?
I feel like I need a refresher. I definitely have heard about this situation.
In his Netflix special, this is why he's like...
Which one? Because it's the crowd work one?
This is not the... It might have been Natural Selection, I think it's called. But in the first, 2 minutes...
I think I know.
He makes a domestic violence joke about, some waitress or whatever. He's like, oh, get back in the kitchen or else you're going to get a black eye. Or it made sense in the context of the story. But for one, he's a comedian. He's not being serious. He's joking.
Right. Just like when people try to cancel Kevin Hart and stuff, or
really they try to cancel Kevin Hart.
Well, because some of his old stand-ups, he uses the word that rhymes with maggot.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, I get it's a derogatory, offensive term nowadays, but it wasn't back then, and that's just how they talk, just like the R word, and so cancel culture is so dumb for one, but
because it's picking and choosing, right? It's there's no set in stone criteria. It's the same thing with once you get into freedom, once you start saying you can't say certain things, it's that's such a slippery slope for the rest of the people, right? It's so comedians aren't, they have boundaries, they can't go here. I feel like comedians should have the right to go, they have that free hall pass to say things that are kind of
especially crazy. If they're making people laugh. It'd be one thing if they're if they have these offensive jokes and nobody's laughing. It'd be a different.
If you're just doing it for shock.
And people are just silent, then that's one thing. It's okay, that didn't hit, and that was pretty offensive. Maybe
it wasn't funny. It was just sounded like you weren't joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Matt Rife thing is ridiculous. I think that he should not be canceled. I think he's so good at what he does too. He's so good at crowd work. I'm not familiar with him in Wild 'N Out. I know he was in it, but I don't know too much about it. So I can only really speak on what I've seen on TikTok and all that. But comedians say some crazy stuff a lot of the time, and we should not. Oh my god. Are we just gonna drink this? We can't put it on some bread or whatever. Got those noodles.
I don't know what to do with this. So
I don't know either. So can I just watch you take it?
So I got this from Popeyes. It was
You got that from Popeyes?
Yeah, they're doing like they've been doing this like Hot Ones collab. This is $1.30
for that.
For this.
Oh, do you think it's that bad then if you got it from Popeyes?
Yeah, this is the sauce that they eat on the Hot Ones.
Oh, this is not the real one?
Yeah, the last one, the last dab.
I do really want to try to like simulate it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
We need some chicken wings or something. Like, we need something. Maybe this is a good segue for part 2.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, go get some bread. I ain't no way I'm drinking that though. I'm not gonna get a spoonful. The last dab.
Bro, I've seen people face this entire packet like in one bite, and it was horrible. Okay. Absolutely horrific.
I mean, I love spicy things.
Me too.
I really do.
But this is like 2.6 million Scoville units, I believe.
The Apollo pepper.
The Apollo pepper's the spiciest chili pepper in the world.
Really?
Yes.
Remember when it was the ghost pepper?
Yeah.
Remember that? I was like, oh my god.
I remember some people brought ghost peppers to my elementary school, and I tried one, and yeah, it was hot as hell. It was hot.
I'm very intrigued.
Me too.
I'm very intrigued.
I think that it would be a great part 2. Go get some wings, and
we gotta save this then though. So,
okay.
Are you gonna keep it?
Yeah.
We can just keep it right there. It'll just be there.
Little reminder.
Just haunting me for. Okay, but that's a great idea because we've been going for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'd love to start off the next one with this, and we just try to talk while dying.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that would be fire.
Low-key, I wish I remembered at the beginning of this podcast, because then we could have done it here. But I mean, this is good. It's a good segue, good transition for part 2. All right, I think we can call this good. Yeah.
I believe so.
I'm just thankful for my camera, bro. I know that thing's hot.
Yeah, heating up.
Because usually it turns off by itself.
Because it's so it's like hot.
It's like exhausted or whatever. But I mean, the thing is a mirror. I want to get another one and have like 2 angles. I think that'd be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Be more professional.
Yeah, be able to cut to you when you're talking, exactly. Like over there. Then
the clips would be so fire like that. It's just I need the income to roll in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll get there. But all right, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks for thanking. Thank you for thanking me.
Thank you for thanking me. Thanking you for having me on here.
Yeah.
It's been an awesome opportunity to just be able to.
And I can't wait for next time. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be hot.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a heater.
This is a good one.
Hell yeah.